Stream's already live. You are plushie.
Oh, for God's sake!
Oh my God, what happened to Nissa? What happened to Nissa?
She got hit by the plush beam.
Oh my God, Hayumi, do you want the ice cube
no,
you've been using to trap her?
That would be funny.
Okay.
So which I know that Questal can't exactly go into the nitty-gritty of it yet, but she can always say hi. So you want to start with Questal teleporting and saying hi to Makara first, or the 3-day or the 3-day date night with Nissa and Melchior.
Do we want to? I think we should go to the Luminescent Tower first before anybody teleports off.
Really? Dang. I mean, like, you know, like, we do have more important things going right now.
We ended last session with Satu dragging Questal off instead of, going to Luminescent Tower. Are we going to retcon that?
I think we should.
Okay, okay.
We do
Satu goes to leave and then has to stop. Sigh. Right, the tower, I guess. We should probably do that. And then dragging Questal, who's, again, level 3 exhaustion. She is freaking tired to the tower.
Don't worry, me too.
She's getting she's getting carried by Nissa the whole way. Unfortunately, she still looks like a happy, she's like a mutant snake. So we're getting stairs the whole way. It's great.
I'm sorry, you named the stream Party Dating Sim?
Yes!
Oh my God, Party Dating Sim. Who's dating who, though?
You know exactly.
Nobody knows.
We're dating each other.
No, hold on. Come here, Questal. Come here, Celeste.
Yeah, I'm gonna convince Celeste to cheat on his girlfriend.
What?
Joke's on you. She's really into it.
Actually, that does actually raise a question.
Into the polycule.
Hold on. That does actually raise an interesting question that I was thinking about for a while. With Celeste's tendency to party and stuff like that, right? Does he actually get frisky with people?
No.
I see. Okay, so he has
He's a
actually
partier,
been...
but not a swinger. Got it.
Exactly. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
So that's
can you really say you're partying if you don't swing a little bit?
That's a quote for the bunch of people that dropped into the viewing party.
Teehee. Also, Bo, you should probably advertise that on your own stream.
I was just thinking, like, I wonder why people from my stream. Oh yeah, I should probably do the advertising thing.
You should probably do that.
Probably.
It would probably help you, Bo. Like, oh my God.
Oh my God, maybe it would be helpful if I went to my own audience and said, hey, you should check this out.
Yeah, true.
Because a lot of them probably rely on me being here, because usually Yumi has people talking, so maybe it'd be something important if I told people.
You are our local celebrity.
Oh my God. Yeah, I've been making a living so far off of freezing Raya on my streams. It's very popular.
God, it actually has been super popular, and I don't know how to feel about it.
You're a good ice cube.
Oh my God!
Hey,
clapping my hands together. Raya, come on, Raya, into your prism, inescapable cold. Good
We're
girl.
just preparing you for your daily life as a statue.
Oh my God, true.
Even Webb is fucking getting in on the fucking teasing now. What is this shit?
What do you mean getting in? I have been teasing you for the past several months.
Yeah, but I think the thing is like maybe it's not as blatant about the statue thing. I don't know. I'm a bit tired, so ignore me.
Seems all y'all didn't get much sleep.
Nope.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't
Do
worry.
you really expect us to at this point?
Is there 8 hours between all 4 of you?
I mean, I got 4 hours.
Okay.
I've got 3, so 7
That's
hours.
7 at least. All right, Mika, how many?
I went to sleep at 5 and woke up at 9.
Okay,
so
we got 11.
8 hours between
there's
us.
11 hours.
11 hours between all
Wait,
of us.
did you not
Let's
sleep
go.
at all? Did you not sleep at all, Raya?
No.
I fucking told you to! Ah!
Well, you
Fighting.
don't own me, and you can't tell me what to do, so.
Man, if only Yumi is awake, she could have
Hi!
made a different story.
I am right here.
Oh yeah, Yumi.
Yeah. Anyhow, who wants to do the recap?
Ooh, let me do the recap.
No.
I think I'm in a good. I think I can do.
Yeah,
the
do the
recap.
recap then, slut.
Okay, all right. So, last time we wait. Hold on.
Oh my freaking god.
Wait, hold on. Last time we. Wait, how did we start last session?
The
Fuck.
train was falling.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. The train was falling. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no.
My brain completely like phased out everything before Celeste getting kidnapped.
This session is going to be a mess.
Yes.
Nah. Anyway, so like, okay. So like, what was I saying? Right. Okay.
Oh,
Do you want me to do the
No,
thing?
I got this. I got this. All right. So, the train was falling. We had just gotten out of the Far Realms, and we had just, fought off a whole bunch of Shattered and met up with our different alternate selves and Satsu from like, our Satsu, but like in the future, and it's all this timey-wimey bullshit that nobody could understand, especially not Nissa. Nissa. It doesn't have.
I don't know. Nissa may be projecting a bit, I think.
No, not a single one of us would understand.
Yet
it
Nissa
at all.
both doesn't understand it at all and understands it more than any of the other party members.
True. So we got there, and we got through the portal, and like suddenly we were falling into the middle of. Actually, I should get a little funny now that I think about it. What the
Yeah,
fuck am I doing?
probably.
Anyway, we were falling, and then we were like, we spent like half an hour in real time thinking about what the hell we were gonna do to prevent us from falling, and we had some ideas, but then
To be
like,
fair, last time it wasn't a full half hour. It was 15 minutes of recap. So
No,
15 minutes.
that's it. I mean, like, okay, yes, true. It was only 15 minutes, Yumi.
Still.
So like, there was a lot of quick thinking involved, and
Yeah.
we like, and then of course, as we were enacting our plan after 15 plus minutes of planning, all of it literally didn't matter because there was a fucking Deus Ex Luminescent tower that saved our asses anyway.
So very specifically,
Turns out the
go on.
Luminescent Tower was tired of us avoiding it, so it decided to literally railroad us into going there.
And then we walked away from it anyway.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, we did have like basically get them to give us something, and Yumi keeps like obviously seems like, oh, you would want to make the leader of the Luminescent Tower mad. You should go to the Luminescent Tower. Not being racist at all about how like you shouldn't keep avoiding it. And then, I mean, to be fair, and then like immediately after she completely contradicts herself, but let's not worry about that part.
I mean, okay. Even then, right? Like, it's also completely on Yumi for like, doing all the other shit, because like we were thinking, okay, we can go to the Luminescent Tower, but we need to fill in the mayor and talk to some people first, and then because we're so spent from that fight with the Shattered and the Far Realms, we need to take a long rest. So we were like, okay, we'll come back first thing tomorrow. And what happens? Celeste gets kidnapped right through that night. And then
It was my time.
it was your time. And like,
Man, if I look-
Yumi's been blaming us this whole time when this exact same thing happens every single time. We were like, okay, we will go to the Luminescent Tower. Then something else happens. And Yumi blames us. Yumi's fucking victim blaming us.
You've only decided to go to the Luminescent Tower once.
That's not
Once!
necessarily true.
Not
We're making
necessarily.
concessions.
We were
making
literally headed
concessions.
towards the Luminescent Tower whenever we met Vex's friends. So.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Well,
we
to
were
be fair,
on the way.
we were going there specifically to talk to Vesta's friend and specifically ignore the tower. We weren't actually going to go there. We're just teasing Yumi by getting really close.
Yeah, that was what you guys were doing.
No, I mean,
It was.
How
Well, I have to be on. I have to be. Yeah. To be fair, we got harassed and then we told Yumi, "Oh my God, wow, another reason not to go to the tower." And she, got a little crazy about that one.
Yeah, and it's still not working. It's because we're gonna spend the next 3 days having a date.
Well, yeah, but after getting dragged because, again, so quick question: who would be carrying Questal as we head back? We'll get to that after because we got to so
Hey, it's my time. Hey, no taking up of my time.
I'm taking
It's
the
my
lead
time.
here.
No,
I
fuck
can't
you.
trust you. Can't
It's
trust
mine.
you.
Hey, Eliza.
You're an unreliable narrator.
Unreliable narrator.
Can't believe
You're an
you
unreliable
came out-
narrator.
What?
You're a very unreliable narrator. At least I was honest. Yes,
No, I do gotta agree. You are an unreliable narrator.
What? Ow! Fuck! Ow! God! Ow! What do you mean?
No, it actually hurts her feelings.
No.
No, I smacked my fucking hand.
Oh
What do you
my
mean I'm an
goodness.
unreliable narrator? How am I unreliable?
I mean, you were just talking about how we were heading to the tower when that wasn't true. I'm the shining beacon of honesty in this party.
Okay, no, that was true because,
No,
like
it
I
wasn't.
said, no, we were literally about to go to Luminescent Tower first thing in the morning, and then Celeste gets kidnapped.
Well, yeah, but that's the first time we
Yeah,
were
that
actually
was the first
begrudging. We were
was
begrudgingly going
my
to the tower.
One second.
All right, guess list.
My lungs
Has
are
to get the wolf love out of Celeste's mouth.
It's true.
Cottonmouth, no wolf.
I was
wolfy
just so
mouth.
excited to finally get kidnapped because, I was waiting for it to happen with Hatterjack, and it never happened.
Yeah, to be fair, it's on Yumi for picking the little worst time
It is. It's
when it
true.
comes to Luminescent Tower.
So anyway,
I
So-
had a hand in planning kidnapping.
Thank you for admitting that. It is not entirely my fucking fault. I needed to put
Yeah,
it
I know
in
you-
somewhere.
I mean, you still chose the time to do it. So.
yeah. Anyway, so then we go and we find out that Celeste is missing. And we see a ransom note or a hostage note, and we're like, okay, we're gonna kill some motherfuckers. How the fucking dare you? Excuse me? How dare you try to kidnap one of ours, especially off of our ship, for the what was it, the second time, third time, second, third, second.
Third time.
Third time. And we're like, how the hell does this keep happening? Especially here, especially now, after everything we've been through. Some fucking bullshit. We're mad, we care about Celeste, we wanted him back, and we're gonna kick some ass to get there. And we bring a fucking Q3, that's his name, Q3, with us to basically act as a GPS to find Celeste, and we go we go marching across the town, and when we march across the town, we were looking all super badass and weaponed out, having an entire mech, and everyone was terrified of us. And
Honestly,
then
at that point, I'm not sure they were terrified. I feel like at this point, we're just known as the weirder group to most people who don't know that the word he has is Wrath of Charlotte.
you know what? No, fuck you. We're badass as hell.
Listen, we're gonna be like that until we get that one lady, right? It's like you, and then we're gonna freeze. It's like I told you, I knew that you being here was something that's gonna happen. But we'll get back to her later. We'll get back to that.
No, I don't think we
Yeah,
will get
okay.
back to that, honestly.
I think she'll track you down at some point just to talk about how right she was.
I
We're
really
just
don't.
gonna- I'm just gonna let that one slide.
Yeah, no. As opposed to the Luminescent Tower, which we were going to go to, we're not going to go back to that lady. Nope. Nope. We're actually avoiding her.
The only one that we ever bother to avoid is a civilian.
Irene.
Yeah.
Yep.
We are afraid of the civilian.
Unfortunately, our only magic shop option at this point is Claridge's.
Yep.
There's no other places we can go to.
It's true.
So then, like, we kick down fucking, you know, the people who kidnapped Celeste's door, and we start slaughtering some bitches until the captain of that like group was like, okay, all right, I see how it is, and then surrendered, and everyone also surrendered, and then some sexy things happened, and then
Yeah.
Celeste.
Are you
No,
still
sorry,
out
not-
under the collar from that threat?
no, hold on. Not Celeste. Questal exploded, and
Yeah, Questal exploded.
Celeste is fucking.
So, I feel like you're losing steam. Do you want me to take over? I can like add
No,
a little bit
I-
more detail.
I got this. So like, we help Celeste. We save some wolves. The guy surrenders, and Questal explodes, and then Melchior is fucking sexy as hell, and then we basically give this guy a job somehow and tell him to go back to Ronus, and
Then
now
we feel like I feel like everyone was kind of like looking sideways at Milker. He's like, "Wait, this is where we're going with it."
I mean,
I mean,
honestly,
give me-
like,
I mean, Questal was happy.
sure, why not?
Yeah.
And then we left holding hands or something, and we end the session.
Holding hands or something?
And then that goes into this session.
Yep.
So to explain some things that I feel are important as part of the recap that she
No, I
she
got
glossed
all
over.
of the important parts. I'm
I'm going to say something else that's important.
No, this is all in the important.
It's been a big thing that was revealed was the reason why Celeste was kidnapped was that the amulet is connected to a creature on this planet that apparently makes these and converts people into wolves. And Celeste has been showing very worrying signs of high level corruption. And apparently the only reason that he has been fine is just because of the fact that we've been off planet. However, some wolves that were captured now know of his presence and are heading back, so we may have to tie up Celeste and just put like a muzzle on him at some point if he loses control.
Put a leash, a
God.
muzzle, all the good things.
So, yeah, don't worry. We
Celeste
shouldn't
put
worry
a
about that. It's fine.
Let around them.
Unfortunately, Questal
What?
would offer to just burn the amulet, but not only would that be awkward, Questal just kind of sitting there, because unfortunately, Questal can't exactly burn it in one go, especially not without hurting Celeste. So she can't. The only way for it to work was her sitting there for like a week, spending her whole waking hours just trying to burn the amulet off Celeste, which would be uncomfortable for the both of them.
Yeah.
Just give Celeste plenty of chances to tell Questal to stop because he really likes the amulet. It's very pretty now. Hey, does she hear the big wolf in the sky too? God.
There's also one other tidbit. Edison, the leader of the gang that kidnapped Celeste, the half-elf, he gave you a little bit of extra info because he actually worked as he was a cartographer, as well as a gang leader. Gang cartographers, man. But
Gangrene.
no, are you okay?
It's fine. Yeah, I'm good. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And he gave you guys an extra map. Actually, two. One was a map of the Crystal Sea, which was a little bit different than the normal sea maps of said Crystal Sea, because
Yes.
up to the north, and in fact, what I'll do is
Show us the map, pussy.
yep. If it loads,
The underground
there.
sea.
So
God,
Man.
it looks so fuckable.
I can't
Oh.
believe there's a whole Can't believe there's a whole town of people who eat magic items.
Oh my goodness. By gale, I mean wind, you slut. Anyways,
Squint, sure.
so you all are over at Deep Haven Bay. Deep Haven itself is a relatively large town, and thus is not exactly on the map. However, you up here, up to the north, on most
The
maps,
tidal maw.
insert that loud metal creaking noise as I turn my head to look at you.
No, that stone grinding.
Yeah, stone grinding.
You know, to be fair, Yumi Woodson is still playing called the title mod.
Oh, fucking.
True.
The title mom is not. It does not exist on normal maps, and that entire area is labeled as incredibly dangerous, rife with sea monsters and the like. However, Edison's gang has done various jobs, sending, delivering supplies and weapons and all sorts of goodies to the Cult of the Righteous, aka the Void Cult, which has apparently a large center of operations somewhere within. The tidal maw is also interesting because, despite the fact that this is a sea, the tidal maw is an outlet. Water flows into the maw and disappears somewhere inside. So, whatever you do with that, either you're going to have to hoof it down there, or you're going to need some sort of fast water vehicle. Anyhow,
Oh my god, what? Just imagine though. We get
to have a magical
everyone
beach
could-
with jet skis.
actually, Agatha's got something covered, but
My other idea was if we just push Questal to become a full dragon in time, she can go through a weight training arc and carry the whole party there. Or specific that, or we can tie Melchior and Celeste jet skis to Questal and then have Nissa throw quests. So from the little island south up all the way to the Tidal Maw. Nissa's pretty strong. She could probably do it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, the only thing I heard is the Questal wants to be ridden in public.
Oh my god. The frick?
And to quote Raya, for some reason she posted this in the text chat. If a developer's job is to develop and a teacher's job is to teach, then a janitor's job is to janet. Are you okay?
I think that's a valid thought, right?
I mean, personally, I would have said janitor's job is to jaint.
I mean, like,
the litters a bit.
I mean, like,
It
you know,
makes
an
sense to me.
engineer's
Hi,
job
Magical.
is to engine. Oh, hi, Magical. How's it going?
The funny thing is, janitor ends in an OR, all the rest of those end in an ER. So I don't think it applies. But anyhow...
Oh, okay. Develop
Ryan ends up in the
Goodness.
So wait, a doctor's job is to doct.
Shaking you.
It is extra goober hours, I see.
Magical, I was doing recap. Fuck you. I was busy.
Goodness.
Everything's fine.
You have the coherency of... I don't even know at this point.
I am a bit
of a
worried just because
green-
of the fact that it very much
green
seems that you
beans
haven't
stew.
slept at all.
Green bean stew, honestly.
Right. Do you think you can handle a session today?
Yes. I will.
Okay, we should lock in because we're how far into stream?
25 minutes.
24 minutes. It's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not as bad as I thought. That's not as bad as I thought.
Okay.
That's a perfectly valid time for a recap.
All right.
So, you all come out of the Edison gang's hideout. Edison has already disappeared into the shadows after collecting some of his previous gang. You see a couple of the survivors, one or two of them, down the street. They notice you, and one of them holds his hands up. He's like, I swear I'm just going home. He like scurries off into the darkness. But you...
That would be scary because Q3 is also still there.
Oh yeah, Q3 is standing next to you all.
I think we're basically we're all going to head back because but again, Questal has to be carried by someone. So who's carrying Quest? Q3, Satu, or Nissa?
Q3 could do it.
Yeah.
But
Q3
you
could.
know, it could also be Melchior.
I suppose
mean-
that's fair.
Yeah, Melchior is perfectly capable of carrying it.
Yeah. Listen, someone has to carry Questal.
All right.
She
Hold on, rock paper
just
scissors.
she's recovering from exploding.
True.
How do we do rock, paper, scissors?
4 ways. Rock paper scissors loses block.
But how are you supposed to do that?
Fucking. All right, fine. 1 is Nissa, 2 is Melchior, 3 is Satu, 4 is Q3. All right, Q3.
Q3.
All right. She's draped over the robot.
Yep.
Thankfully, this also means that she's not the one attracting the most attention compared to, again, it being a giant robot.
Yep.
That is a good point.
All right. So you. So I assume you head where?
Well, to be completely honest, I think, given everything, we kind of do actually really care about the health and well-being of Questal and Celeste both.
Mm-hmm.
So, probably somewhere safe where we can give them some sort of medical treatment, or...
Well, to be fair, Questal medically is perfectly okay. She doesn't, after she, prestidigitated the blood away, she doesn't look hurt at all. She's just exhausted.
You grew legs.
Sure. Sure, but that's still, pretty dangerous and explosive, and I
She's
imagine
fine.
that just because you have max HP doesn't mean that you're okay. Just saying.
Celeste technically still has a hole in his hand despite beating it Maxi. He was stabbed in the hand. It was
So,
fun.
looking for medical help then.
I think so. I think either going for medical help, which would be an apropos thing to do, but also considering the fact that we're very self-sufficient. Melchior is a doctor in and of itself. But also at the same time, the ships across the entire city and train and. We kind of have to weigh our options, right? We could kind of bunk out here for a little while to try and just rest up,
Catch up.
make sure everyone's okay. Yeah,
At the hideout then?
probably. At the very least, we probably wouldn't have left for too long.
You climb out of the hideout, look around at the outskirts, go back in.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Actually, you know what?
Fuck
Yeah.
that, we're not paid enough for this.
Yeah, we're not dealing with this right now. Because you also said that this location was actually somewhat of a rundown
I know.
area as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The outskirts
Given the
are relatively
situation.
run down.
Yeah, especially given the situation plus the state of 2 of our members, we probably do want to play it safe and probably just kind of hang out, make sure that everyone's okay.
Okay. You all hunkered down in the hideout. It's cold. Without anybody here, without any other life going on, it is just cold. Occasionally wind, there's a bit of an air current going through the building. If you kind of poke around, you'd find that sometimes air seems to come from that hole that was in the main room. But beyond that, it's quiet. And due to its isolated position, safe. You're pretty sure you won't be disturbed here.
That's good. How's
It-
Celeste doing at the moment?
I
Given
mean-
all the torture that he went through.
Celeste, would you like to say?
I mean, he's kind of holding his hurt hand. Has a couple cuts here, but otherwise is kind of okay.
Yeah, he got a little bit of healing from Crystal's sword, but she did offer earlier, and he said he didn't need it.
is okay, was brutally tortured, and is currently missing a tooth. Has a
Yeah,
large chop in his fucking
Yeah,
in
the
his
one
fucking
thing that
snout.
Questall in her tired state is going to be like, you know, I understand that, like, obviously, been through some explosive growth, but you're handling, She takes about to regain her train of thought from how tired she is.
Oh.
You're handling this a lot better than I thought you would be. You don't look so good, yet you're, fine, she says, kind of like, kind of limply doing the quotation mark thing.
Your arm's gone. Noticed.
Just a flesh wound.
Let's be honest, this isn't the worst that's happened.
And the question, I mean,
Is it the worst? Satu asks, looking visibly concerned.
I mean, I guess I saw your leg get disintegrated, but, like, I feel like this is worse.
That hurt way more than what I just went through.
And what did they even do to you?
They tried to extract information about the elf, even though I genuinely didn't know what they were talking about.
So I assume that you were trying to be forthcoming. So when it came to stuff that wasn't important, you were being forthcoming, and they didn't believe you.
They only wanted to know about the wolf.
But what did they do to you?
I mean, they stabbed me through the hand with the skeleton. That's us.
Just that?
Frown.
How'd you lose your tooth? Did they, carve it out of you?
I don't remember how. Yeah, we lost that too. Oh wait, no,
Uh,
I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did it to him. So I watched the thing after. He did it to
Yes.
his freaking self.
Yeah. No, that was my attempt to escape.
Yep.
Yeah. Questel looks very concerned.
Nessa just looks confused.
How would that have helped you escape?
So
I
specifically
don't
for
Remember that wire I have? Well, that was still stashed in the gauntlet. I had it stashed in there just to hide it. And I tried to use that to cut the bindings, but ended up cutting off my
Ew.
Ugh. Ah! Oh! Oh! Uh-oh! No!
Oh,
So
All right.
also, wait, hang on. Did no one else listen to the freaking Celeste sections?
Well, yes, but we wouldn't know that in character, silly.
Well, yeah, no. I'm talking about Raya's reaction.
I did
specifically,
not.
though.
No, you're right.
Yeah, that's what happened to him.
So to explain to you, right? By the way, he made it so much worse by talking as if he knew exactly what it. Here's like, so is the wolf talking to you now? And Celeste, man, I have no idea who this wolf is. Well, I'm being tortured. Time to pretend I know exactly what he's talking about and to be coy about it. I'm like, why would you do that? That is worse than just like either just straight up refusing to answer or saying I don't know.
It sounds like something someone of our group would do.
Yeah.
It's
Let's
true.
be real.
It's just like I don't. What? You're just egging them
While
on.
true, we're not exactly known for our good decision making.
I mean, like, see, we as a group are very defiant to those who think that they have power over us.
Hashtag just Nocturne Crew things.
For real. So, like,
Can't
you're
believe
right.
Questball's done.
that's not smart at all.
Hmm.
But I do understand it. Like, you know, that's kind of on brand for us.
And of course, another thing of note that I want to point out is, obviously we don't know this in character, and with how Celeste is, I don't think he's revealed. But he was extremely calm under the pressure of being actively tortured, which is insane. And I'm kind of wondering what's causing him to, basically just keep, like, is it the cold of the freaking gauntlet just kind of numbing him in general, the pain? Or, like, is it the wolf thing, or what? Or is this, like, just Celeste in general who's just this cool, and then the moment no one's looking, he's gonna, like, cry about it?
No, genuinely. In, like, his hierarchy of pain and what he's been through, that was, like, mid.
Yeah.
God, that's like horrible. Because like it would still hurt, but like if he endures stuff worse than that on the regular.
I mean,
I mean,
like,
he has PTSD from disintegrate for a reason.
yeah, like
I mean,
should
yeah, but
great. He's been stabbed by the Godslayer blade in the sun. Like,
true.
he's been through a lot. Been
Yep.
through a lot.
Celeste is a bit of the party pincushion.
Yep.
Really? Not Nissa? Hello?
Well,
I mean,
okay,
like,
yeah, Nissa too, but for a fucking wizard, Celeste gets injured a lot.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, yeah. To be fair, our party, when it comes to our magic casters, kind of breaks the rules because, like, the reason Questal has a sword is because, for whatever reason, she always ends up like in front of something very big and powerful. Like with Kranos, she got yoinked to the damn guy. He was like, "Well, I guess I'm here now. Time to fight for my life."
Yep.
There's no way I'm risking that attack of opportunity.
You know, there's a thing called a Misty Step for a reason.
I don't have it. I don't know what you expect me
Oh
to
my
do.
gosh.
You
I
don't.
get used to it.
I don't have Misty Step.
It's fine. It's fine.
Questal has no self-teleport options other than teleport, the spell, in
It's
plain
fine.
shit.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, let's so
Anyways, quick question.
Yeah.
Would I have lesser and greater restoration? Would either of those help Celeste right now to like recover? Because I know that they're specifically like recovering stat-based stuff, but like, I don't know.
I would say greater restoration because it can restore limbs, would definitely restore things like the missing tooth and stuff. Lesser restoration would probably heal, like the gaping wounds in the hand. Because, like, depending on how Celeste flexes, you might accidentally see through his hand currently.
that's
well,
gross.
If you're saying that Questal can use greater restoration to like basically heal the tooth and like just the gaping wounds,
Yeah.
Questal will evilly, very evilly, just kind of channel the magic. Unfortunately, this leaves her with, because she had to use one to get out danger territory of 4 exhaustion.
Yep.
So now she only has
Don't use
one thing of diamond dust in. So like this gets his tooth back. It's fine.
I mean, true. Like,
Also, in
yeah.
character, like, Questal isn't going to be like, oh, well, we could use this later for when it's actually important. It's like, no, Celeste just went through torture and it's missing a tooth. I feel like Questal absolutely would use it right now anyway.
Yeah,
because-
roleplay-wise,
Okay.
that's a good use.
It is, but also I do actually have a question,
Mm-hmm.
completely random but tangentially related to this. Dentistry.
Yes.
How expensive is dentistry?
It can be somewhat expensive, but not outside of your price range.
Less expensive? Like, is it less expensive to get like a replacement tooth than 100 gold?
It'd probably be like 80 gold.
Holy shit, that's an expensive tooth. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Also, it's better to just have his own tooth.
We could.
Yeah?
Either way, she's casted it. Celeste has his tooth.
I mean, we could
regrow.
make it ourselves. It just needs to be metal and doesn't leach at all.
None of y'all are dentists.
Melchior's close
You go to a trusted. We can't just go to Melchior for everything healthcare related.
Yeah, true.
I mean, yes, you can.
No, we can't. No, we can't.
Well,
Melchior
Daddy
needs,
dentist.
I'm gonna
Melchior
start
needs a
charging
break.
you at some point, but yes.
I swear to God.
Yeah, see.
Oh yeah, I heard about that magical god. Yeah, that sucks. But anyway, Questal's negating the need for dentist because she has used the spell and no take backs. She's already casted it.
No
Yep.
take backsies. All right.
Alright.
The magic flows over your wounds, Celeste, with a bit of a wet noise. The wounds on your hand knit themselves back together. You feel this kind of piercing pain just for a brief moment as a new tooth grows back from the missing spot, and the cleaved out chunk of gum comes back. The split in the lower lip heals, and you're still a little bit battered and bruised, but nothing that can't just heal via the normal means.
There you go, Celeste. You look way better now.
Certainly agreed. Well, hey, now you can't hold a knife through your palm, so that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Missa kind of looks down at her prosthetic arm.
Tired.
Fucking arm blade.
I don't think a knife, like, horizontally through your hand or vertically or whatever. I don't think that's a good sheathing spot for it.
No, it isn't.
And then, because this is connected to Questal, she just gets tied Questal's thoughts of just, like, a hand sheath of it, just like a sheath built through the hand that you put the sword in.
Why? Why would you do this? Why do you do this? Why do you continue to torment Nissa like this?
Well, because Questal needs the connection, because otherwise, like, she'll broadcast things, so she needs the Nissa connection. They're bonding.
If only there was a special ring you had that would suppress things like this.
Shane Melchior's too busy to make that kind of stuff. Hey, we should go to the Luminescent Tower.
So how long do you spend resting?
I always do short rest, right? I imagine. Do we need a short rest? Yeah, it's fine. We can do a short rest.
Yeah, you can have a short rest. It's pretty helpful because all the beds are still there and they're actually decently comfortable. So.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is lived in.
Yep.
Questal's going to try and immediately just pass out. Lose away.
Yeah, some of them are double beds, so it fits the sheet then.
Yeah, she's out like a light.
Lump.
And yet, it's only an hour.
Indeed.
She's still tired. No 2 levels of exhaustion instead of 3 for you.
It's true. Yeah, unfortunately, only getting 1 hour of sleep is not enough to get rid of a level of exhaustion. Go
Yeah.
figure, huh?
Yeah, right?
At
Man,
everyone.
crazy.
Which is
What do you mean at everyone? And freaking at you too, you slut.
Yeah, I'm part of everyone. Excuse me?
You're excused.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, I mean, I guess if everyone's like relatively good to go, I guess we start.
I guess we
heading
head to the
back.
tower, yeah. With Questal and
Finally.
Hey, actually, can
Actually,
we
thinking
take
about
a
it.
can we take a quick pit stop at Claridge's?
Alright, if we should probably head to the Luminescent Tower. If we take any longer, she will just straight up revive Kratos to kill us.
Alright. Move your tokens.
Okay, I know where we need to go.
It's been how many sessions?
Too many.
it's been a lot.
It's been like at least 7, right?
Yeah.
I think it's been like. I think 7 is actually the exact amount. Hold on, has that been? 7 sessions. Every single session, Yumi's been trying to push us towards the Luminescent Tower, and we're finally going.
It's really funny because, like, even when like she first introduced it, she talked about how interesting and pretty and like crazy. Like, she tried to make it really enticing. We're like, huh? Oh my God! Look, funny magic shop.
Melchior, don't forget to move yourself over there. Let me check some of my notes. Because it took you so long, I forgot a few details. Good thing I wrote them down.
Wow! I can't. Oh man. Okay.
Her like
you know-
dusting off ancient tomes to
You
figure
know.
out
You know.
what she
If
had to
Yumi, listen, guys. If Yumi's not ready to go to Luminescent Tower, we don't have to. We can.
Oh
try
my
to
God!
Yeah.
Go to the
Fine.
disco. Oh my God. They would have disco here with all the crystals. They could get one as a disco ball. A disco crystal.
True.
This is where okay, so Yubi, next campaign, this is where disco was invented.
Okay, that I could see that happening.
Yeah, probably.
I'm on board with that.
Muffled caramel dance from inside.
There's a very niche style where she took over and wearing like like 70s style wigs. It's very niche. Everyone from out of town thinks it's really weird.
All right.
The original bell bottom didn't have anything to do with legs, just so that the snake coil could fit in.
It's
Oh my God, true.
Okay.
But
Well,
do you think that? Hold on. Do you think that Yuan-Ti would have like faux afros then?
Yes.
Fafros.
Yeah.
God.
Honestly, they probably, because Yuan-Ti don't wear hair, they would be wearing the most atrocious hairstyle wigs and not know it just looks terrible.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's either that or like there would be like a Yuan-Ti like wig equivalent, which is just like a hood, like like the snake hood.
But it's hair. Oh.
Oh.
No, that's not what. No, that's not what I'm getting at. I'm saying like that like say for example someone like Melchior and Nissa without a hood would put on like
prosthetic hood.
like an aesthetic hood,
I mean, I guess I could see that.
and that'd be like a wig,
Yeah.
The luminescent tower looms above you.
Trying not to think about it.
Yeah, God, fuck. This thing is massive. The giant, almost crystalline structure on the outside, the huge windows glowing with light, and higher above, the crystalline dome. An entire level, it seems, onto itself. Occasionally, the lights shimmer and shift outside. A little bit of roaming around. It takes you a moment to figure out. A little bit of roaming around to get onto the raised ground which the tower is on, and you find the set of double doors. They are large and made of a very similar quartz-like substance to the outer body of the tower itself. A couple of the Luminescent Tower's monks stand outside, clad in pure white. Well, less stand outside. It doesn't seem that they're doing any guard work. They seem to just be out there, just chilling out. There's a couple
Things of crystal.
Yeah. There's a
Oh
couple.
my God, they are.
What was
You said
that?
yeah. I said you said yeah, so they are in fact thumping their head with planks of crystal.
No.
Like, once you back
No.
up. Okay.
The outside of the doors, there are a couple of low, wide walls, like little guides towards the door, and that's where a couple of the monks are sitting. They seem to be happily chatting with each other about something. One of them's got a canteen next to him, and standing next to them is one of those strange bioluminescent spiders perched on the wall, kind of watching out in front of the door, standing almost like a cat would, just looking for prey. But as soon as you approach, the spider clacks its mandibles and pokes the monk on the leg. The monk, what appears to be just a human guy, a bit of tannish skin. He's got kind of long hair. Looks over. Ah, hello, visitors. Could I help you? But then the other monk, a dragonborn this time. This dragonborn has kind of like vibrant red scales. It laughs. Friend, we're waiting for them. Remember? They're the ones that we pulled out of the sky. Ah, right. Yes, I do apologize. I wasn't exactly here when that happened. The High Luminary wishes to speak with you.
I apologize. They just activated customer service mode.
I mean, to be fair, anywhere gives you customer service mode when you bring a mech.
Huh.
Fucking
That is
true.
true. That is actually
Yeah.
true. We should probably leave Q3 outside.
Yeah, the
Probably.
spider
Yeah.
kind of looks at Q3 looking very concerned, and the human man looks up. So, what exactly is that?
Q the
I don't
bully.
worry.
Oh,
It's
good.
harmless.
My name is Q3. Q3 responds.
I call
see.
him Gary.
No, you don't.
The Dragonborn pats the human man on the shoulder. I'll lead them up. All right, friends, follow me. And the spider moves over to the other wall, joining the human as he kind of stands, looking a little more like he's on guard at the door, but not quite. And the Dragonborn, with surprising ease, despite these doors, which are like 20 feet tall, and as they start to move, you realize they're about a foot thick. They open. He kind of just pushes them open, and they
I bet
open.
Nissa could open them easier.
Oh, probably. Melchior, as you pass through the threshold, you do notice that there's a small, you do see little peaks of a small mechanism inside of the door frame to allow the process of opening the door to be much easier. The Red Dragonborn leads you into the main lobby of the Luminescent Tower itself. It is vibrant. Not blinding like the surface, but everything in here is white. It is pristine, it is shiny. The interior of the tower has a hollow center chamber that seems to lead up all the way to the top. With two sets of spiral staircases, though there are ramps attached to them as well for sheep.
Oh, good.
Leading up in kind of like a spiraling pattern, almost like a double helix. Especially because there's support beams that occasionally connect to the stairs. And the lobby itself has one section where there are various monks kind of mulling about doing things. You can see one guy polishing what appears to be some sort of glowing... What is that? It's a line of dangling glass items on a wire. These are early light bulbs. The entire interior, at least of the lobby itself, are lit with electrical lighting. It's early electrical lighting, but it's electrical lighting. It glows.
It is so damn bright inside here.
Yes, it is. It glows with this warm yellow. And if you were to approach one of the bulbs, you'd hear this gentle hum coming from it. However, beyond just the light bulbs, there are other various items. You see glowing crystals, lanterns of a variety of colors, shapes, and sizes, lamps, you name it. However, despite all of this light, it is never blinding. It is just bright enough to see everything, but not bright enough to be uncomfortable. I'm not entirely sure how. Perhaps it's some sort of magic. This entire area crackles with it. Hell, Nissa, you can even smell a scent of almost like ozone in the air. In fact, none of the rest of you can. But the yeah. The center chamber doesn't take up the entire tower. And the Red Dragonborn greets some of his fellows, which, by the way, there is about a dozen or so monks in this lobby area. Also about a dozen or so spiders. Some of them on the ground, some of them on the walls. One's carrying a crystal off into a small tunnel seemingly made for these bioluminescent spiders themselves. As it walks, every time one of its legs touches the ground, the patches of the bioluminescent glow on its abdomen flicker slightly, gets brighter every time. seems to be carrying it away somewhere. Strangely enough, the spiders and the monks seem to be working in tandem.
So then that signifies to me that the spiders do in fact have some sort of sentience.
Yes.
Oh my god.
You even do see off to one side a monk. It seems to be doing some sort of. It seems to be talking to one of the spiders. The spider, this one a little bit larger than some of the others. While most of these spiders are the size of like a large cat or a small dog, this one is the size of more akin to like a Great Dane. Its carapace is solid looking, but it is surprisingly smooth, apart from a couple of barbs near some of the joints. Its outer carapace is this light gray, almost a white, and its bioluminescent patches are much larger than than some of the smaller ones. Its eyes, a set of 8 eyes that glimmer red, this like vibrant, almost ruby red, watch the monk as he explains something, and then it clacks in a pattern. Is that Morse code?
Oh.
Huh. Yeah.
Wait, actually, that actually brings a question. Would any of us know Morse code? Is Morse code an established thing?
That's a very good question, is it?
I don't think we've ever actually thought about that.
Yeah, it seemed...
Not on Spark.
Well,
yeah,
Morse
definitely...
code was developed for like the telegraph, wasn't it? So
yes,
does that exist right now?
It's not actual Morse code. It does seem to be some sort of code that allows the monks to understand what the spiders are saying.
Right.
However, you would not know said code, but the monk does. The monk, after a few clacks, nods in agreement, saying something about, yes, this sounds like a good plan. Get your fellows on it. We will start work right away.
Hey, there's no need to bring his mother into this.
The Red Dragonborn heads up the stairs and gestures for you to follow. He's purposely taking the edge along the stairs that's right in between the stairs and the kind of like ramped section. So,
We got the ramp
friends,
for the monkey.
have you been here before?
Nah,
No.
we haven't.
I feel like you'd know if we have.
I do suppose. I have been here for quite a few years.
Yeah, there've been a lot of reasons for us to come here, but we never really got around to it until now.
We also only recently arrived.
The High Luminary has been interested in you for some time. However, after your event with the train, she insisted that you should visit. The order here is ancient. It's always been here. Even older than Deephaven itself. Before the colonists, before anything, really. There was the tower. And the Dragonborn continues. You pass through a flat section which leads to a doorway. The doors are open. Inside, you see what appears to be a meditation room. Monks meditating in front of glowing lights. And then another raised area where the doorway is open and you can see what appears to be a small workshop. Some of the monks and some of the spiders are working together on what appears to be more of those light bulbs. They're actually seemingly producing them inside.
Huh.
The High Luminary, at least our current High Luminary, has been worried about the certain situations inside of the city. and has heard of your exploits outside of here. Here's Rathashan, right?
Yeah, that's us.
Whatever you might have done outside is impressive. But the High Luminary, she wishes to root out the darkness inside of the city. That darkness is the same cult that you've been having to deal with. As thus, she wishes to offer her assistance. And as thus, you'll have quite a rare opportunity to meet with her directly.
I kind of like look like I think I kind of like look around a little bit more like between the spiders and the monks. Like I'm gonna ask this guy. It's like, so this High Luminary, is she humanoid or is she a spider?
The spiders have been here much longer than the humanoids. I'm sure you can guess.
See,
Yeah. So, like, Questal, like, obviously had also been having those thoughts, and just, like, quietly, Nissa just gets in the back of my, why do people have to be coy? You can just say it. You know, yes, the High Luminary is one of the spiders. There,
giant
done.
spider, giant like brood mother sorts.
I must say.
Well, hang on. Could be Brute Daddy.
True. Well, to be fair,
No.
the High Luminary was referred to as a she at one point.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So,
you saying that the role of daddy is locked
Yeah.
to one gender? Anyone can be a daddy.
oh
if
my
you
god.
The Sawtooth pipes up. Say, this is rather an impressive place. Thank you. We work hard on ensuring that the entire city is illuminated properly. Everywhere, every piece of the city has one of the monks or one of our fellows. He says, gesturing to a spider that's passing, going down the stairs. Well, okay, sort of down the stairs. It's climbing along the wall, following the path of the stairs. The spider clacks its mandibles in response. Each one of us has a duty to keep a portion of the city, and often the other towns beyond Deephaven, lit and lively. However, this cult has been causing many issues for the High Luminary, and, well, us. I've actually lost a friend to them. So, well, of course, I've been doing this at the request of our beloved High Luminary. This is also personal. Please, end all of them. Get rid of them. We have no place for shadows down here. We might be away from the starlight, but these people need protecting.
But not all of those who follow the path of darkness are, horrible. That's what Questal says. A lot of them are just misguided, thinking that they can just improve their lot in life by doing it. Some of them think that they're doing it for the genuine good. Some people are just tired of where they are, but I'm sure a lot of them can be turned away from the path. I know that there's at least 2 I've met that I've been able to convince. And if we could just talk to the rest of them, I'm sure that we can get more to step away from this horrible way of doing things.
The older Dragonborn responds with a sagely nod. Perhaps you're right. And if you are able to, they swear it off, then so be it. That's fine. However, those such as the higher-ups, the leaders within that group, put their head on a stake for me, yes? The ones that cannot be redeemed.
Those that can't be redeemed, of course, will have to be stopped that way, yes.
Sounds like fun.
The monk nods. You pass several more. Go on.
I was about to say, I'm just imagining, like, you know, we're like in a big confrontation with like a bunch of the leaders of this. You know, it's like, you know, one of the big fights you have planned. And Questel's like pleading with everyone. To like, you know, step away from the path, and you have the leaders being so he's like, listen, please listen, for your own sakes. And behind her, like, Nissa just kind of grins and cracks her knuckles. If you don't listen to me, then you'll have to face her. And then maybe like one or two of the leaders decide, you know what, it's not worth it. And like, I'll let you tie me up. Just please don't let her near me.
If only, if only.
If
I mean,
only.
hey, like we've said, pretty sure that Nissa isn't actually the one that you should be scared of. Just saying.
Wow,
This
you
may
were
be
really
cracking
horny
right
for
now,
that
'cause
line.
Melchior, on the other hand, is sharpening Spike.
Exactly. Yeah.
You all head up the stairs some more. You pass other chambers. And occasionally the monk that's leading you all kind of points out certain things. Like, oh hey, this is where some of the monks reside, and you do notice that it's actually relatively darkened, so that the monks can actually, you know, sleep.
I wouldn't know what that's like.
True.
Then there's other areas, such as another workshop. There are areas where the monks are channeling magic into these large crystalline batteries. You can almost assume that charge from these said batteries was used to catch the train. And as you pass, the monk even explains that the spiders here, the Order, they have created their own form of magic that is unique to this planet, as I'm sure you can expect. This is Ziarius, after all. It requires a lot of energy, and, well, you were all saved by casting of it. We were happy to use it, though that did take us several weeks to build up all of that magical power. I'm just glad that it saved people, really. We would have known what might have happened if that train had hit a city block. Ugh, he shudders.
This just kind of thinks about like how we as a group didn't actually really do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I mean, we
Like-
tried.
Yeah.
well, I mean,
You
yeah. There was an attempt, but like then the Luminescent tower just kind of went like, no, and then caught everyone. It's like trampolines. Like, oh, okay.
To be fair, I mean, it was for the best because we could have mitigated the damage. I don't think there was any way we could have completely
No.
negated it like the tower
No.
did.
Nah.
I mean, well, actually, we totally could have done it. Luminescent Tower is just jealous of us. We're freaking that good. We're that good.
Oh my
True.
goodness.
God, so real. Like,
Nissa could have single-handedly just stopped it all with her like bare hands.
I
We
agree.
teleport under it, she catches it.
Yeah, she
just
should have
fucking
just slept,
suplexed the
and
train.
she should have like stopped it.
yeah, suplexes the train.
Yeah, she could have
See-
stopped it. She could have stopped
See,
it.
okay, you're so right. Like, we're so awesome and cool and radiant. The Luminescence Tower should have come to us. How about that?
You also got to think about the
Yeah.
fact that there was the other train cars, you nerds. That
I
they
mean,
were
we could've
separating. They would have landed in different areas.
This is so good. She could have caught both of them at the same time.
True.
And
true.
the engine?
Yeah.
Yes.
All three with 2 arms?
Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
She has coils. Excuse me. God.
What, you doubt us?
Goodness gracious, you fucking nerds.
Listen, Nissa could have caught one, Melchior could have stopped the other, and then Questal could have asked the third one to land lightly. Questal could have just, talked that one out of it.
Yeah. Roll persuasion to ask it to to land lightly.
Oh my god,
I
let's
wouldn't. We know how she handles inanimate objects.
She rolled a 25. The DC
You
would have been
rolled
like
25?
40.
Aha!
So you're saying I could have used my inspiration and it would have worked?
Do you have a plus 20 to your persuasion?
I mean, hey,
You might
to
be
be
able
fair,
to arrange that, actually.
I mean, let's see. We have plus 11, and then let's see, plus. I'm sure we could have managed it. We could have done it.
Anyhow, the stairs lead up to a certain point higher up on the tower, where underneath this platform that the stairs connect to, dangles this large bundle of crystals attached to several oversized chains. This bundle of crystals glows vibrantly. It's like its own little sun. Looking at it leaves spots in your eyes. And
I'm legally blind.
Crystal pulls her goggles down.
It glows in a vibrant shade of colors, occasionally shifting from reds to blues to greens to yellows. Although it's almost like it's just going through the entire rainbow. And then other colors that your eyes can't see, because sometimes the light entirely fades away before a few seconds later returning to shift through again.
man, I'm sure Gil would have had a field day with this.
Oh, absolutely. The platform that this item, this hunk of crystal, which is about the size of a large car, by the way.
My,
Is it the size of a large boulder or the size of a small?
No.
shut up.
The platform is rounded and supported by several pillars that attach out from the walls. And there's one more set of stairs. These are larger. However, there's just one. It's a tight spiral that leads further up. On either side rests a pair of larger spiders, much larger than the Great Dane. These are more like the size of a horse. They are huge. Their chitin is covered in bristles and spikes, and you notice that while their chitin is this like light gray, they wear the white cloth of the monks draped over their bodies. The one that you face, because there's one from either direction, this one has these green eyes that are like looking into emerald pools. It looks over you all, looking at first Melchior, then Nissa, Celeste, Questhal, Satu. It looks a little concerned at Questhal, and it kind of lets out a few chitters. And the monk, who's been accompanying you this entire time, pipes up. The royal guard is asking what happened to you.
It's fine. It's just a bit of a commission I have.
She's turning into a dragon.
She
Crystal
it in a hallway.
Crystal smacks her face as Nessa just says that. You do realize that I'm not trying to exactly broadcast it everywhere, right?
This really
You
is.
literally have wings and a second set of legs jutting out of your stomach.
I'm trying
You're
to
not-
just be.
You're not
I'm
hiding
trying-
it at this point.
I'm trying to be so. The cape hides it.
No.
Crystal does in fact have the cape draped over them.
Satsu.
We can see your horns under your hat.
Ain't no cape hiding what you got going on right there, go.
They're only 1 foot long. They're like 1 foot long wings. They're very easily hideable.
The horns, not as much. Satu pinches the bridge of his nose. This really is the worst held secret.
I swear, what?
Anymore.
See.
It's not a
I
secret
swear.
anymore.
I tried to keep it one. Listen, that's the reason why. That's the reason why after the Satu and I are going to go see Bakara, and then hopefully after we come back, it's going to be a lot easier to hide. And so we can just go around not broadcasting everywhere.
This kind of shrugs.
But yes, that's the truth of the matter. It has some side effects. It's fine.
The spider nods and clacks its mandibles once before stepping to the side. Well then, this is where I must depart. Up at the top of the stairs is the High Luminary herself. You're honored to meet her. Good day. And he turns around and starts heading back down the stairs. And the stairs leading up towards the top, you'd assume that dome at the very top of the tower, lie ahead. There's no ramp on these stairs. These stairs look older. Kind of roughly hewn. Chips at a few corners. While the ones, the main ones are much nicer.
Welcome.
High Luminary, huh? Shall we?
I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my freaking
Why
God,
are we always
is
the
that-
ones getting in the interesting situations?
I mean, Queso just sucks. Celeste, I feel like that's definitely a question to ask of the group as a whole. I think we're just, to be fair, we kind of just put ourselves in a lot of these situations, and then people take interest because of that.
Fair enough.
That is true.
I don't think any of us are exactly normal, regardless. And then she looks actually, except Melchior. Melchior's the most normal of us all, I think.
I beg to differ.
Gestures vaguely at the astral arms.
I said most normal, not actually normal. No, so you're
I
weird,
think-
Melchior.
I think unironically Celeste is the most normal looking. Unironically.
Well, I mean
he's-
normal looking, but I'm talking about normal over because Celeste is like cold to the touch all the damn time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but
Be a chilly
I mean,
boy.
how often are you touching him?
yeah, you know, it's not like we're like all. It's not
Listen.
like we're snuggling up to him.
Listen,
daily
if
basis.
if you're in a desert, you might want to.
I mean, if we could get away with it.
Are you sure we want to? If it's too hot, then he's
Then
gonna
it explodes.
Don't
Yeah,
worry about
We
that.
don't want to do it in the
Don't
desert.
don't worry about that.
I mean, Fergal is very huggable. He explodes.
True.
Yeah.
True. Ferngully
I like to
chirps.
imagine. I
Haven't
like to
been here the
imagine
whole
we're just
time.
arguing about this as we're walking up the stairs to the High Luminary.
I was imagining this, and you guys are just standing at the bottom of the stairs, and the spider like taps one of its legs in impatience.
Nah, I like to imagine that we're like going up the stairs as this is
Yeah, we're
happening.
going. We're
Yeah.
following the spider, but not really paying attention. Just like arguing about this, just completely in character. Also, I like none of us have actually questioned Ferngully being a construct. We just kind of completely brushed over that, and I don't
Yeah.
think any of us should continue to question it.
I
It's
mean,
really fun as is.
it's Ferngully, just Ferngully things.
Yeah,
just
for-
Ferngully
Yeah.
things, honestly.
All right, fair enough.
Listen, is it really us? You know, it'd be like, you know, incredibly rude to be like, well, Ferngully, why are you looking like a fluffy bag? When that's not actually here. No, Ferngully is whatever they want to be, and if they want to be a fluffy bat, then they're a fluffy bat, damn it.
fucking
We support
True.
Ferngully.
speak your truth, queen.
Justice for Ferngully.
Yeah, that's
Justice
true.
for Ferngully.
By the way, Ferngully's here now. Ferngully
Yeah.
wasn't here before. Ferngully's here now.
Yeah, Ferngully chirps. from-
Ferngully's always here.
Yeah, Ferngully is on Melchior at the moment.
the spider has to double take because Ferngully wasn't here like a second ago.
We started talking about Ferngully, which summoned him.
It's true. You head up the stairs, and it's another long, spiraling set that leads up to, well, you see this vibrant green glow from above, and the spiral staircase leads directly into a chamber. This chamber is large and round, like a half dome. In fact, it is that crystalline dome that you saw from above once upon a time. Most notably, there is a set of panels along the base, each about 20 feet tall. The roof is a good 50 feet up. each of these panels are about 20 feet tall or so, 20 feet wide, and look out to the city. You're pretty sure that you couldn't see in from outside of the city. So, one-way panels? Interesting.
That checks out, honestly.
Yep.
Science probably has these installed.
Throughout the chamber, you see these glowing, fleshy orbs. They come in a variety of colors. Some green, some blue, some red, some orange. Just basically any colors of the rainbow. Taking a closer look at these orbs, each one is about the size of maybe a watermelon. You see a small shape inside. Some are bigger than others. Oh, these are spider eggs.
Ah.
Hundreds.
Ah.
No, thousands. They line throughout the entire chamber, mostly on the roof. And the mother is there.
Sorry, we're going to have to burn this place down.
Oh no. The mother is there. A huge spider. This spider would easily... Oh god, magical caviar, no.
No!
There,
No!
there are actually two figures inside of this chamber. There is, for one, this gigantic spider. Easily not a large, but a gigantic sized critter. So like 3 squares wide.
A large critter the size of a small critter.
Biting him. It's all right, you chuckle fucks. The spider
Go ahead.
that is in front of you has a pure white carapace. It's almost transparent in some spots. Certainly transparent on the abdomen, which is entirely made of that same bioluminescent stuff that the various spiders have in patches. It glows in this light green color, and occasionally it's has this kind of like dimming and brightening pattern. I forget the exact term for it, but it glows, and inside you can see the faint shapes of the eggs. And yeah, that is interesting that you would mention that, Questal. On the text chat that the stream cannot see, it says Questal immediately comparing the spider's crystal hide to what she knows of crystal dragons. Yes, the carapace of this spider. At a closer look, you see that the more transparent-looking sections are, in fact, crystal. While there is a noticeable, while the percentage of it being actual chitin is very noticeable, there are certain patches where things have turned entirely to crystal. This vibrant, glowing crystal that glows in just a pure white. The head of the spider, this entire spider is draped in white silks, with the head of the spider under partially under a large white hood. You can see its eyes, all 8 of them, glimmering in all the various colors of the rainbow, starting from one side going to the other. However, these eyes are surprisingly friendly looking. Its mandibles are large and sharp. You can see the mouth underneath. And it watches you for a moment. To its side is a humanoid figure, dressed in attire that's very similar to the monks below, but it has it comes with a few extra bits of fabric around the shoulders and the like, almost like an extra cloak and a hood. The figure's eyes are covered. They appear to be some sort of human, maybe an elf. They stand at attendance, and behind them you also notice that there's a tea cart. There's a little kitchen off to one side. And in fact, in front of the spider, there is a little cozy, well, as cozy as it can be inside of this room. Basically, a little lounging spot. There's cushions, there's couches, a table, you name it. And as you all come out, the spider speaks. Ah, the crew of the Nocturne. Please, rest. Be comfortable.
I was not expecting the spider to speak
Yep.
common.
The spider speaks perfect common. Its her mandibles flex a little bit as she speaks. The eyes blinking. But, yeah, she speaks common. We'll switch the music to something that fits a little bit more. Let's do... What do you do?
I mean, Questel is just gonna kind of coil over to, I assume, the kitted table for everyone to sit at and have tea.
Yep.
Yeah, she'll do that. She has no problems.
Uh-huh. Well...
Spiders can be adorable. Have you ever seen a jumping spider? They're freaking cute.
God. I mean, like, I guess it would be best for Nissa to also sit
True,
down
Edgy.
if she can.
Yeah. There are large kind of beanbag type cushions for Sheeta.
But I'll sit on them, but slightly awkwardly.
No, understandable. Celeste, Melchior, what are you doing? Satu kind of hops over the back of one of the couches, sitting comfortably. He is entirely, like, chill with this. At this point, he's used to encountering strange creatures.
Uh-huh.
Celeste would make his way over to the table and sit down.
Yeah. Melchior?
Yeah, Melchior will also sit down at the table.
I imagine, like, his Celeste's feet are crossed as he's, like, kind of lounging back a little.
Although he is clearly a bit more on edge than the others.
Mm.
Yeah, Questel isn't on edge at all. In her brain, also, when she thinks of spider, she thinks friend. And though she's also burning curious about the patches of crystal.
Yeah, that's understandable. And as you all sit down, you notice that some parts of the roof shift. Oh, there's quite a few of the more typically sized spiders on the roof, tending to the eggs.
Oh,
Like 50
okay.
plus of them, all looking
okay.
down and watching. The High Luminary turns to the cloaked figure that's standing at attention next to her. Zare, could you prepare some tea? The figure silently nods. It pushes the cart over to the little kitchen area and starts making up some tea. The High Luminary kind of moves slightly into a comfortable position. What type of tea is it? Let's say green tea.
I like green tea. God,
That's
I want some
awesome.
green tea now. Frickin', you made me want tea. Screw you. I don't have any tea here.
The High Luminary speaks. I have been watching your progress throughout the city. Taris and I are friends. He has said that you're probably the best chance that my city has to deal with this so-called cult of the righteous.
Well, we're going to be dealing with them regardless, one way or another, so working together can only help us.
The High Luminary nods. Good. Good. Tell me. Look, hang on. Tell me, what have you learned of them so far? I've heard of the two that you've captured. The child, Kells.
The child.
Healed over? What did they do?
No.
They're supposed to look after the kid. God.
So how did you learn about that? They were supposed to be keeping that a secret as fucking...
Well,
To be fair, they said they were good close
mayor,
to the
right?
mayor. So
Yeah.
the mayor would have won.
Taurus only spoke of it to me because Kells is currently under my protection. He has a residence inside of the tower at the moment.
Safest place for him, honestly.
The High Luminary
No, sure
nods.
just imagines him fucking webbed to a wall somewhere.
God. Oh no.
To be fair, though, I can totally imagine the crystal spiders having some weird thing where it's like, as long as you can get comfortable webbed up, they have some weird shenanigans to just help you sleep dreamlessly, which helps people who have nightmares.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, again, you have to kind of get webbed up for their crystal technique to work, and a lot of people don't like that. Kells, however, is literally so desperate for a good night's sleep after the nightmares he has of, poisoning his mom that he probably does it just fine because he's like, I've had the best sleep I've ever had. You think I'm gonna stop? The nightmares go away when I get webbed up. So.
And the other man, the one that was retrieved from Sector 33, he will end up in my protection here soon enough. There are a few preparations that need to be made, but he'll be here eventually. So tell me, what have you learned so far?
It's a bunch of propaganda. People trying to make people think that the void is some kind of righteous thing that was wrong somehow, and that they should have our reality. And it's the opposite.
The fact of the matter is that in terms of the race to exist, they came second and are very upset about it. It seems that they've been telling the cult that they are the righteous ones because the gods threw them out, which is complete falsehoods. The void is older than the gods themselves, much older. But, of course, that won't stop people from relying on them, and those they cannot win over with sympathy, they win over with ideas of power, that if they continue helping the cult, once the void comes, they'll have a great place in it. We learned that someone at the university with X marks on their hands are working, probably someone who's very important. She quickly sends a kind of telepathy mental ping to ask this if she thinks she should also say that we think we know where one of their major bases of operation is at the north of the lake sea.
I mean, if anyone is going, we were kind of waffling with the mayor for a while. I think if anyone is going to, if anyone here is going to know about everything, it would probably be the High Luminary.
Yeah, Questel was thinking that too, but with Nista being the captain, that being the biggest piece of information we have, she just wanted to double check. So sending that ping and getting just a go ahead back. Questel will continue. We've also found what I think to be one of their major bases of operation.
Really?
It's to the north. What's the name of the sea again?
The Crystal Sea.
It's to the north of the Crystal Sea, in a place marked on most maps as too dangerous to cross due to monsters. They've made their home there.
Some place called the Tidal Mob.
Really? There. The High Luminary kind of ponders this bit of information. Her eyes half-lit as she thinks. The the attendant comes back with several cups of tea. and places them all down on the table. Each one comes with a slice of lemon, imported from the surface, and a couple of tea biscuits. You see that the tea, at least the ones that aren't for the yuan tea, come with tea biscuits.
Does Questal get a tea biscuit?
No, you could ask for one.
It's Celeste
yeah.
usually when he gets a biscuit.
Yeah, Questal say.
Satu gets a biscuit.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
Questal will. Can I get a biscuit, please? I'd like to try it.
Melchior looks sad at the biscuit. He can't eat it.
The attendant looks a little surprised, but nods and places a biscuit on your little tea plate.
Yeah, Questal looks overly eager to try the biscuit. She realizes she doesn't really. Does Questal know like the best way to eat biscuit with tea?
No.
I'm not sure she does. She thinks and decides to try and just dunk the biscuit a little bit in the tea. It's obvious that she
Celeste eat it.
she was too busy She was too busy looking at her own biscuit, so she didn't watch Celeste eat it.
I mean, like, you know.
Also, I swear, if Celeste biscuit was bone shaped,
No, that would have been
It
very
would- it
funny
would.
though.
Yeah.
That would have been so good, actually.
I mean, I'd be down for that to be the case. Celeste would still eat it.
I mean, yeah, but
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 that's
they
something
wouldn't
we gotta
have it.
keep in mind for the future. Let's be real.
Yeah.
We gotta get Celeste special bone-shaped biscuits. But yeah, so
Fucking for
yeah.
real.
yeah, Questel takes the biscuit, like tries to dunk half of it in the tea, the green tea, and like takes a bite of it, trying to ponder the flavors.
You
She-
get a
she-
mental thing from Nissa saying like, yeah, it doesn't work like that. That's not how you do it.
Yeah, it's obvious that Questel is very unsure of the flavor combination.
Yeah.
Try again.
It's not for that kind of tea.
Yeah, try again.
Questel just tries to eat the biscuit by itself then. And then she takes the lemon, or she's going to, and then she takes the lemon and tries spraying the lemon on the biscuit.
No. Oh my god.
And then she eats it that way, and then she does the face. Then she does the face of like, that I don't think that tasted right either.
Nissa at this point is getting frustrated watching this, and also maybe a little bit of envy. Just suddenly, just like, you know, it's like takes like a lemon. I don't know, like just a lemon that from nearby, right? Lemon slice, right? It's like, here, squeeze like some of it into the tea, very notably looking at Questal, then fucking eats the thing, realizes, oh wait, and then fucking, oh fuck.
Spits out the lemon. Does she spit out the lemon, or does she just swallow it?
No, she spits out the lemon. It's like, oh shit, right, wait, hold on a second. Can't do that anymore.
The High Luminary watches in confusion at this whole mess as the attendant there leaves both this large tea kettle. It's very oversized, and alongside a dish of lemon slices and a little tin of tea biscuits at the table before returning to the High Luminary's side with this very polite chuckle.
Questel goes for another biscuit.
I mean, fair. So
They're
this
good biscuits.
you know, yeah. This at this point is just like, okay, we're gonna completely ignore that happened and regain composure. It's like,
Yes. So,
so there have been
On
a
the
lot.
side, you see Melchior slowly picking up the lemon.
There's been a lot going on with the Void Cult,
oh, no.
especially with the. Oh no. With how the Void Cult's propaganda's been going, we're not entirely sure how they've been spreading around, but apparently there's been words of some kind of like underground groups or something like that.
Really? Very curious. Also magical, thank you for the subscription. The High Luminary thinks for a moment. You know, this isn't the first time that the Void has encroached upon Ziarius. I doubt it will be the last.
Raising eyebrows like, How old are you?
Not terribly old, about 400 years.
Hmm.
But I have the memories and the knowledge of all the past mothers. The High Luminary 37th. She encountered the void before. It was more primal then. Back when we resided at the Crystal Palace. Back before we took this cavern. The void assaulted us. It attacked viciously, driving its claws deep. Many of our people fell. Many spiders died that day. But we were able to fend it off. It was not ready for our own power, not ready for our own magic. There had been other upheavals, other arrivals of it, but this is the first time it has appeared since the arrival of the colonists that eventually would create Deep Haven.
Timeline checks out.
The High Luminary nods. And its threat has certainly changed. For a new time, of course. So, it is at the sea, the maw of the sea. The High Luminary clacks her mandibles as one of those... fuck. As one of her legs reaches out, at this point you notice that there's a slightly larger cup of tea set out for her. She picks it up with
large teacup.
Yeah, she picks it up with one of her legs, and you watch as she just kind of slurps it gently.
How big is the teacup?
That's about twice the size of yours. So
Okay,
it's it's comically small for her.
Yeah, even so, it's still comically small for her. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, she's massive. My spiders are all over, across the Crystal Sea. However, I do not have any out there. Of course, I focus them to the environments. It's not the environments. I focus them to the God, what the hell's the general term for like? I focus them to the settlements, as within there is always the most danger to the light. However, I do have others that patrol, that prowl. I will see what I can do about getting information from that area. I know little of them all. However, I do know that at the end, deep below, there is a whirlpool, a cavern large enough to be turned into some sort of establishment. It could work as a base, yes. Hidden entirely from any prying eyes.
Oh god, the sight of a spider yawning must be horrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Most sailors of the Crystal Sea take routes through the south. It is far safer that way, as there's something to the far north is likely never touched. Spiders don't have 8 mouths. The spider, the High Luminary taps her feet on the stone floor below, with these low claps. She seems to be thinking about something. I do not know what might be there. However, I should have a scout there relatively soon, within the next day or two. I can give you that information then. In the meantime, what do you know of their leadership here in the city? Kels, the child, has spoken of other things. A leader that resides within the Lost Miners Church. Another that resides within the Church of Veld. Two pretending to be men of faith. Their faith being that of death, of darkness, of nothing but void. I have already sent some of my spiders to apprehend the one at the Church of the Lost Miner. We'll have him soon. But what other information do you have?
Do we have any more important information?
I don't think so. I think we actually were just told more things than we knew by her right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I think we said all the important information. I knew Satu's been going around and talking about how there are certain groups, but the only things that the High Luminary doesn't know are things that are important to Soul. That's not something they need to know.
Necessarily.
Yeah, necessarily.
I'm trying to think. Like, God, see,
So what do you mean, please don't choke?
Your throat works a little bit differently now.
Oh, so you're saying that Questel basically starts like choking?
Oh God.
Yeah, she just like, wait, hang on, what? Yeah, am I drinking? And then starts. She just doesn't mean just chokes off the best.
Oh God.
oh my God.
Just
It's
imagine.
true. Like, she doesn't necessarily have the ability to just kind of swallow things whole anymore, huh?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it's obvious that Questel eating. Something's like very uncomfortable. She manages not to choke, I'd say, but like she's definitely weirded out by the fact that she can't even eat the way she thinks is normal.
Weird.
So, do you tell
give me.
do you tell the High Luminary that that's about all the information you have?
I
Probably.
I think we should say so. Questel's like, well, we haven't exactly learned anything else. We were hoping to ambush one of the leaders by waiting out at one of their facilities, but, well, now that we know their base, that may not be the best option.
Cut off the head of the snake, and the rest of the body will die.
Yeah,
Wow.
Why did you use that particular phrase again?
Drowning.
The High Luminary stops after a moment and does speak up. That was a bad choice. That was not intended as an insult. My apologies. The High Luminary says, it is not every day that I end up with yuan tea here.
I imagine that you got that sentiment from settlers who arrived who were very anti-British.
The High Luminary nods.
I suppose that makes sense, but it might be a good idea to remove it from your vocabulary.
Yes, I believe you are right. Either way.
Can't believe the High Luminary said an incredibly
Like racist.
racist phrase.
Yeah.
The High Luminary is old.
She is old, yeah.
Yeah.
She's true. She's a fucking boomer.
Get with the times, old lady.
Yeah. Nissa probably settling down from the remark. Like, yeah, I suppose it's not every day that you see someone like me take a sip.
Indeed. So,
We don't see your kind around these parts.
oh my god.
So, I mean, like, I was trying to bait out a very specific thing, but I guess it didn't work.
You're trying to be freaking egotistical.
No, I'm not.
I think I did catch what you were trying to imply.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think, I think that was either too subtle or she just doesn't know.
Yeah, what were you trying to do there?
By saying that, I was trying to,
selling.
yes, because as far as I know, this is like one of the only ones who looks like she does.
She looks again. You know how she looks remarkably closer to Selin. High Luminary is old, but the thing is, though, Selin's body never came through here, right?
It was the soul.
Yeah,
Which,
I mean,
you know, isn't exactly
no.
visible.
You could ask.
I think that's.
Ask
Yes,
directly.
we could be more direct about it, Yubi, but do we want to be more direct? We don't know, because that's like the single most sensitive piece of information we've probably ever had to deal with in our entire fucking lives.
Actually, there is one thing that comes to mind.
The High Luminary looks up to you.
We saw at one point that the cult had on hand a kind of mirror that could apparently trap the souls of those that were in contact with it. Would you happen to know anything about those, and where exactly that kind of magic might exist in this place?
To trap a mirror. To trap a soul in a mirror. The High Luminary, it clacks her mandibles, taking another sip of tea. When she clacks her mandibles, it's surprisingly loud. But she slowly...
Here, by the way, still speaking around his lemon. He popped that.
The High Luminary nods. Yes, a little bit. Not exactly trapping a soul in one, but there is a way for a soul disconnected from a body to be seen through a mirror. It is an old bit of Ziarian magic. The mother before me, the High Luminary that birthed me, she knew of it better than I. It was designed around her lifetime. Only...
Nissa leans in,
Oh.
basically saying, like, leans in, putting everything down, giving a very, like things got serious kind of look, and, like, the meter about it is like, tell us everything you know about it.
It is a relatively unknown craft. After all, you can imagine that it's not used too often. In the past, around the city, it was used as a way for psychics and mediums to contact the dead for their grieving lovers or family or the like. Another sip of tea. However, over time, it fell out of favor due to the fact that its attunement is odd. You can attune a soul to a mirror, but it can eventually fade. It only works once, after all. If there's somebody... You say that you encountered this recently.
It was actually used as part of a trap by the cult.
Really? Tell me.
Are you
the-
suggesting that is bound to that specific mirror, and not like some kind of other realm that they're in?
Not entirely. When you make a mirror do that, you call upon the name of the individual that you wish to speak through said mirror. Afterwards, after the magic is all done, the mirror becomes mundane. The magic can last a long time, Upwards of several months in some cases. However, it is specifically decided the individual that is supposed to speak through said mirror. It cannot just be any lost soul. It is one specific individual.
Okay, so in that case, what I'm understanding from this is that when we were dealing with the thing, with the mirror, with seeing Selen's visage in that mirror,
It was
that
very
means-
specifically made.
Mhm,
It was
that
specifically made
means-
to show Selen, yes.
That means that someone of like of that import knew that we were here, knew where we were going and our intentions, specifically put her in that mirror in there as a trap, and having somehow the ability to also like have a shattered at the ready as well.
It is concerning, isn't
Specifically
it?
to
Someone
to
is
try and
very
get us.
important.
That well, the thing is as well, right? That means that that someone needs to have known what we were doing and where we were going, which means that theoretically we can actually like have a very small number of people that could know about this, or at the very least know someone who knows about this.
To be
Didn't
fair,
anybody hear about Selen at all?
No, but
we've been
the
keeping it
void
under
cult.
wraps.
No, I'm talking about specifically about the Void Cult, because they knew that we would go up there to that watchtower and then put that in the way, knowing that we would encounter it on the way, specifically trying to trap us, potentially eliminate one of us with the shattered and traps and stuff like that, to try and trick us and tease us, and maybe eliminate one of us. Someone who knew about our exploits going up to there, which is a very small number of people, by the way.
To be fair, though, they could also have anticipated, because they know how we get around. They might have also put it there knowing that we would have gotten there eventually. Because it's definitely, with that hideout specifically, definitely one of the least hidden. Because it's hidden, but also, like, that's where most must kind of go to get their orders. I mean, they had a kid up there who's, like, barely of any import. So they probably knew that we would have learned about that one eventually and put the trap in the way.
Okay.
Especially since it said that this the mirror can last up to a few months.
Yes. However, okay, so here's the thing though, right? Like, they would not put, so two things actually. One, they would not put Selen in that mirror, in that spot, if they did not know that we specifically were here. So they only put that there because they knew that we were here, first of all, right? There's no other reason for them to put Selen there.
Kafka.
Second of all,
So, first off, Gilmon, thank you for the subscription. It is very appreciated. Secondly, as you all are kind of thinking about this, Kafka.
come on, please let me finish my thought.
Okay, go on.
Second of all, the way that we would know the way that we could potentially figure this out, right, is specifically who might be able to more directly control a Shattered. Because bear in mind, the Shattered wasn't like summoned there or anything like that, right? The Shadow was basically right there, ready to go. Like, it was basically there. It was put there specifically as a trap to spring on us when we visit there. Like, the Shattered was put there and was basically waiting there for us there, right? Which means that, and like, we know that the Void Cult, for one reason or another, wants to sow chaos by, putting, letting loose the Shattered all over the place. Do we know if they are specifically allied with the Shattered? Do we know if they can directly control them? We do not know that yet. And that is a very important distinction, which can help us out with who might be at the forefront of this whole thing. Because if it is not the Void Cult, then well, like, if the Void Cult is not directly allied with the Shattered, so to speak, then we know for a fact that it's either someone very high up who has their own agenda, or it's a completely different person who is very, very close to someone like the mayor. Because remember, the only person who knew that we were going up there was the mayor.
You do hear a little extra tidbit from Kafka, however, because Kafka's been on your shoulder this entire time, Nessa.
Oh, hi, Kafka.
Hello. You know, I wonder, when you mentioned the mirror, that night, was that a trap for them? Or for us?
How did the trap get triggered again?
When you
got
approached
close
it.
to it.
Yep.
Yes, when I approached it. The bulkhead went up behind me, and then the shadow dropped from the fucking sky or whatever.
Yep. The night appeared after.
Uh-huh. We don't know exactly how it was triggered, that, do we? We don't know if it was like a magical thing, a proximity sensor, a fucking tripwire, like a magical tripwire or something.
Indeed.
Well, it would be rather weird for them to put that mirror there and not have it be related to the trap immediately next to it.
Yeah.
Well, we're specifically trying to think about if the trap was meant for the knight or for us. 'Cause that's actually an interesting question. Because like the knight knows that we exist.
Yep.
The knight can also fly.
Yes. And see, that's the thing as well, right? We don't exactly know the properties of the knight. We know that they're kind of incorporeal in some capacity. So, like, that's why it's important to know how exactly was the trap triggered. If it was just kind of like a sophisticated magical trap, then yeah, I could see that, a floating shadow creature that's very temporary could trigger that trap. But if it was something a little bit more physical and mechanical, then it was specifically made for us. But we don't know that for sure.
Indeed.
I mean, the big question is then, I suppose, what can we learn? We need to learn more about the night. And another thing, which Crystal says, do you know if it's possible to make one of these mirrors on your own?
I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. You'll get your answer when I get back. Okay, BRB.
How dare you.
But yeah, so I'm thinking, because if we can make our own mirror specifically, so the question is how easy it is to link, how easy it is to link one of these mirrors to a soul also would answer a few questions, because if just anyone can do it, that's one thing, but if you need to have a actual connection somehow to the soul itself,
I think it works like a bodiless version of speak. So we can't talk to her or like talk to them again.
I actually have to be right back as well.
It's the way it was
Got here. I'll be right back.
No, the implication was that not that you can't talk to them ever again, but that the mirror itself only has that one chance to do it. She didn't say anything about it only working once, because the mirror itself becomes mundane. Not that it stops working to talk to them; it loses the magical charge.
I mean, we could ask when Yumi gets back.
Well, yeah, that's what I've been asking. Is like basically asking, can we make it ourselves, and then would it be possible to connect with the same person who we saw in the mirror before? So sell it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think it would work again.
I mean, that's why we're asking
Personally,
about. Again, the implication is that it just means that we can't use the mirror that was used for the trap, but I feel like it implies that we can just get another mirror to talk to them.
maybe. We'll have to see.
Yep. Because I don't know. I feel like it's weird that she added the specific detail of the mirror becomes mundane. Regardless, aside from that, we need any lead we can get. So we need to look in. We're asking about the mirrors here, and then we'll also want to start looking into the night, because something like that, if the night showed up before, a good place to go to at some point would be the university.
Yeah.
But if we can get into the university, we could look up there for local legends. Or just any library, I suppose. University's just fancy.
Yeah. Celeste would be down to help research.
I mean, to be fair, that could be what people do during or at least what Celeste does while Cristal's off at Dragon Boot Camp.
Sure.
Because legends about the night would definitely help, because we don't know anything about the night, and knowing stuff about the night would be really nice. Also, we gotta shake Yubi at some point about the materials we need for the watch.
Yeah.
Also, I have a very fundamental image in my head for whenever Questal does become a full dragon. Because it'll happen this campaign, so she'll be large size. I'm just imagining Questal being very confident with her new draconic self and having, all that pride going, I bet I could go toe to toe with Nissa. I don't think I can she can flex me when I'm like this. And then she they go to spar and Questal's ready, and then she looks at Nissa and looks at herself and realizes that she's not actually that much bigger than Nissa, if at all. Because they're both large size. And then Questal immediately regrets her decision to challenge Nissa, because this is just going to suplex her even harder for even thinking that Questal would be able to dust her.
Okay, I'm back. What I miss?
Just talking about Nissa eventually suplexing Dragon Questal.
I mean,
Dragon
true.
Questal's for Dragon Questal's hubris, I'm thinking that just because she's now size large means that Nissa won't be able to suplex her.
Sure.
Specifically, Questal would realize that after challenging Nissa, and I'd be like, hey, so suddenly, do you think we can maybe postpone this? I have things to do. And then I imagine Nissa being like, nope, you asked for this. And then Questal are trying to run, and it's immediately charging and suplexing her. I mean, yeah, the joke, Mega Man, is that Questal is going to continue growing as a dragon. So in the next campaign, which is 300 years, the joke is that by practicing sparring with Questal so often, this is going to be able to suplex things that she shouldn't logically be able to suplex. Eventually she's gonna have a rematch with Vikara, and she's going to suplex Vikara to and Vikara's huge, and Vikara's going to be baffled. She's gonna have to think on that one for a while.
You get so good at suplexing, you ignore the rule about grappling.
Exactly.
I am back. So,
Hello.
to answer your question, the High Luminary responds, yes, however, it is not easy. To create the mirrors, most of the materials are easily found. Diamond dust, certain types of incense, that sort of thing. However, there is one material that is much harder to acquire. Out in the Crystal Sea, there is a town known as Gale Town, a farming town, mostly. However, to the north of it, on the same island, there is a forest known as the Gravewood. There, the trees grow stone formations on them, much akin to gravestones. Ghosts are known to haunt the place, and it is generally considered, haunted. There is a particular flower that grows within the Gravewood. It is rarely exported nowadays. Once upon a time, it was common within the Gravewood. There would be entire plains made of said flower, simply known as the Grave Blooms. Small, blood-red flowers. in similar shape to a tulip. These would be mashed down, created into a paste, which would then be placed upon the mirror in the final part of the ritual. It is the only way that such a ritual actually works to create said mirrors. When they were once popular, the grave bloom was farmed near to extinction. Very few remained, and as thus, due to the skyrocketing prices of imported grave blooms, the fad stopped. However, there are reports that grave bloom still exists somewhere within the gravewood itself. Whoever created this mirror must have had access to said grave blooms.
Another question I have then. If we make this mirror, would we be able to connect to the soul that we saw in the mirror before?
Theoretically.
Use the Questal nods. What if their soul was in a container of some sorts? The one that we saw, we suspect, is contained somewhere. Would it still work then?
I suppose it depends on the container. A soul
If it
jar...
allowed-
Go on.
If it allowed for them to talk to us through the mirror before, would it be reasonable to assume then that they could talk through the mirror again,
Yes.
despite where they are?
The giant spider nods. Another tea sip, pours some more tea into the cup.
And while that happens, Questal's going to open up a connection to, she's going up there at once, so she's going to talk to the three party members, Melchior, Celeste, Nessa, and she's going to say, she's going to ask all of them this question. Do you think Emperor Renelios would be able to clearly read his own wife's lips?
That's fucking insane. That's
I mean,
that's
If
crazy.
if we can make that mirror, then we would be able to open up that connection to Selin. And if we can bring Emperor Renelios here to see his wife, see that she's here, not only show that we're on the right path, but also he might be able to read her lips when she tells us where she is or where we need to go next.
I don't think.
how
we'd be able-
perceptive do you think he is?
I mean, he's
does
got
have
fucking
several
13
heads.
eyes. He's got 13 eyes to look. So like, he's pretty perceptive. But
Yeah,
like,
I think he'd be able to do it. Not to mention, again, I think that he'd be able to because he knows Selin so much better than we do. It's like one thing to know
yes,
of her.
it's one thing to know somebody, it's another thing entirely to have such a specific skill.
I know it's I mean, Nissa could do it, and she's not trained. I do think that Renelios, because you have to think he loved this woman with every ounce of his heart. She made him, and she broke him. And I imagine that even now, he still occasionally dreams of him and her together, enjoying their life once again. Envisions her voice in his ears. I imagine just with that connection to her, that deep bond, he would be able to almost hear her just by reading her lips, just because of how close they are. I think, and besides, I think that out of all of us, I think that obviously, we should definitely be there to, also try to read the lips. Definitely Melchior, because I think Melchior would also have the next best shot. But I do think that the Emperor, of all people, would be the best option to make use of this probably one shot we have to have a controlled connection.
I really
Melchior's
don't
good
think
at
that
a
we
lot of things. Perception, he's actually not good at.
Yeah, I genuinely do not think that we should be involved in Renelios at any point right now.
If you think so, it was just an idea.
Also, he's been in need for so long. I think it's more likely that he will overreact upon seeing Selin's doll here.
That is fair. That does make
Yeah.
sense. Because yeah, you're right. knowing him, and especially knowing, because I imagine he's probably like, despite how he's acting, with the crown's ripped out, and just knowing everything that happens, probably pretty emotionally vulnerable. So
Yeah.
you're right. If he did get that close to someone, he'd probably start basically a inquisition trying to find who the hell has her.
Yes.
So it is probably for the best. Yeah, you're right.
The Crystal
Melchior
Sea
would
would
then would
see
be the
this
best.
guy. Also, Melchior
Yeah.
doesn't have good perception.
Really? Who
does not.
does anyone have?
Celeste has a
Yes.
-1.
Oh my god, none of us here have good perception.
I have a +6 to perception.
Oh my god. Okay, so Nissa is the best one for perception. Well, unfortunately, Nissa couldn't read the damn lips last time.
Wait, there was a lot going
God.
on, okay?
God damn it. Okay.
Also,
so
Gilmon,
we have one
probably
more
not.
shot.
We are not eating any statues.
Yeah.
What?
I keep forgetting about an effect that's supposed to happen around Celeste
Oh.
involving
What?
statues.
What's the effect
What?
with statues?
Any statue resembling an animal within 30 feet of the PC is animated. If it goes beyond 30 feet, it ceases to be animated.
That's such a silly effect.
Oh.
I remember Celeste mentioning it before, but we haven't exactly been around animal statues.
No.
So it's never
Around
come
here,
up.
There might be spider statues. Do they
I mean,
count?
but the thing is, if they're of these spiders, they're not really an animal anymore. They're a sentient creature, and I feel like that's a different category. So they still wouldn't animate because they're of these spiders, which are sentient beings.
Sentient beings.
Sningen.
But
Okay, so we're actually we actually do have. No, it's not so much a lead as it is. Well, okay, yes, the trying to create our own mirror would be a lead, but other than that, with the other information that we have, we don't necessarily have a lead per se, but we have actually made a lot of progress in trying to discern the right way to go.
I do think that definitely one of the refs should be investigating the knight that we saw, who might be in local legends.
Very true, Satu adds. However, this also means that whoever's doing this has connections, has somebody in Galetown. Miss High Luminary, what is the population of Galetown? Is it big? Not very. About 5,000 or so, compared to Deephaven, several 100,000. So that's... we could work with that.
Just need to find the man from Waterdeep.
God damn it. So there might be a connection there. Is there something that you were hunting yourselves? After all, I know you were hunting the pillars. Is there one on this planet? Or are you here for another reason?
Quick question. How worried is the High Luminary about the idea of there being a pillar on this planet and us chasing after said pillar?
Insight,
Because if the
please.
High Luminary... Okay.
I'll do an
Because-
insight.
Sure.
I'll do an insight. I just want to know, because I feel like with how much knowledge the High Luminary knows, High Luminary also knows that us and the pillar in the same general vicinity usually isn't good. Oh, natural
Wow!
Double natural ones.
Snake
Jesus
eyes.
Christ.
Good lord. No, she seems perfectly unconcerned.
Which means out of character, she's probably extremely concerned. But Questal, doesn't really think much. It's like, well, as far as we know, no. We're just here after. Questal actually asks Nissa, should we just say we're on vacation or be honest about selling the soul?
Does she say that out loud?
No, mental
No,
connection. I just
Oh,
said.
right.
Like, so this kind of goes back to the whole thing. Like, if there's anyone on this planet, anyone, it would probably be the High Luminary. The problem, I think the problem, honestly, would be I would be down to say it to the High Luminary, but not while there are other ears here.
Questal could talk to the High Luminary telepathically.
You'd have
Yeah.
to ask permission first.
Yeah, quite obviously, yeah. So Questal, after that back and forth, well, there is one thing, but it's very sensitive. I'd like permission to connect to you psychically, please, so I can explain without risk of prying ears. We really can't risk it.
The attendant looks up to the High Luminary. She looks to the attendant, then to the spiders that are scuttling around up above. Curious. These are trustworthy, but if you insist. The High Luminary nods. And telepathically connects with you first.
I fucking knew it!
Yeah.
knew
Questal.
it!
Yeah, Questal seems like vaguely kind of surprised, but also like Nissa had been thinking that too, so the idea had been in her head. But Questal kind of like drops a connection with Celeste, and we are keeping the connection with Nissa, of course, and focuses her to return the connection.
So the High Luminary asks, it simply states within your head, her voice echoing throughout your head. It's powerful. You have a feeling her telepathy is very, very strong. It's probably how she communicates with all of her spiders.
Right.
So, tell me, what is so important that it cannot be overheard?
We're here searching for the soul of the fallen Empress, Selin herself. She's who we saw in the mirror, and we, as a personal request from the Emperor Lenelios himself, are searching to recover her soul so that he might bring her back to life, and thus free up one of the wishes of the pillars for more altruistic reasons.
The High Luminary tilts her head, but nods. I see. Continuing telepathically. She died, what, about 200 years ago, yes?
Yes, and the previous emperor, Krenos, the one who was Death God, he hated her with such a fiery passion for simply foiling his plans by existing and loving Emperor Renelios that he had her soul taken away. He tried his best to not learn of where her soul was, so that even if the worst should happen to him, he could never reveal the truth. But thankfully, someone had foolishly revealed to him that it was here in Ziarans. And so we're following that lead. Whoever it is still obviously maintaining some sort of connection to her soul, I believe, and we're here simply trying to free it.
You are in luck, she says, with a solid voice inside of your mind. About that time, I do remember hearing from some of the other spiders of newcomers to Deephaven. A group of about 10 Yuan-Ti. Several of them Sheeta. They traveled in, and my fellows, this was before I was the High Luminary. We recognized them as followers of Krenos. They were speaking of trying to find somewhere to hide something. They wished to go deep. We knew of them, knew of what they do, of what Krenos means. And as thus, we attacked. We tried to bring them down, to stop their shadow from growing over Ma'ar City. Out of the 10, 6 were slain. 1 captured, 3 escaped. The one that we captured, in Escrata, she was very tight-lipped. The only way we had information out of her was far, far later. Let me check some notes quickly. We were able to learn a little bit via a casting of Zone of Truth and afterwards Speak with Dead. But apparently, the leader who had survived had come here to deliver something of great importance, and they were getting guidance from somebody at the Miners Guild who could, and I quote, split the veil of reason. Last I heard of them, they were sailing out across the Crystal Sea on a ship that was heading towards Fate's Defiance, but might have headed further. That soul is probably that item that they carried, that item of great importance. One of them was a very young Sheeta, barely even an adult. It is possible that after all these years, he may still be alive somewhere. Probably somewhere out across the Crystal Sea.
Do you know what they look like?
Yes. Deep red scales, a light pink underbelly, almost fleshy, a slim hood, and, curiously, heterochromatic eyes. One green, one yellow, the left being the yellow, the right being the green.
Hearing that Questel will also use her second connection, Nissa, to relay, well, that and also open up a third connection with Melchior since he has gained mine, and relay everything she just heard, like word for word. Just so that the other two hear. Especially Melchior, who would be able to remember this far better than Questel.
The High Luminary breaks the connection for a moment and asks her attendant for some more tea. The attendant collects the tea kettle and it walks off back to the little kitchenette. I believe that is all the information that I have. Thankfully, the Krenos followers were never able to bring their shadow here. There's a good chance they might have disappeared somewhere out there. Perhaps in the mountains beyond Fate's Defiance. Perhaps the Tidal Maw, perhaps somewhere else. Fate's Defiance was that ship's first stop. It intended to make a loop across the entirety of the Crystal Sea.
Questel nods. Still, it's a far greater lead than we could have hoped for. I appreciate it.
You are welcome, child. The High Luminary nods as the attendant comes back with tea. This tea is prepared quickly. It boils up very quickly. It's
You know what they're using?
they're using one. You look over and yes, it is one of the Claridge's hot pots. Hot plates.
Oh my god.
It is one of the Claridge hot
Told you it was
plates.
useful.
Yep.
Yes.
The High Luminary afterwards nods. Now that that is dealt with, is there any other way that we can assist?
Did this strange Sheeta that you were talking about leave anything behind from the conflict?
The High Luminary thinks, and after a moment, she shakes her head. Nothing that would be traceable. Scraps of cloth, mostly. Bare
That'll work.
cloth. Oh, all right. The High Luminary nods, and it hurts your ears a little bit as she clacks her mandibles in a repeated fashion. After a moment, you notice up on the roof one of the spiders scuttles and disappears into an unseen cavity. Before, after a few moments, starts scuttling down, scuttles back out of the hole and using a bit of web, lowers down right above you, Melchior. Inside of its mandibles, this one is the
Why do
size
they
of a
still
large
have
dog.
this? I'm sorry, wait. Why do they still have this after 200-something years?
It is old.
They're hoarders.
It is old and ragged, dusty, and it's lost most of its black dye, but it is still a piece of fabric. The spider, once you take it's holding it in its mandibles. Once you take it, the spider lets go and slides back up. When it comes to individuals of suspicion, we try to keep at least a small sample. There's an entire layer above there where we keep certain items like that, as we have never guaranteed that individual's fate. We have ensured to keep something.
Thank you. This makes them more vulnerable to scrying.
The high luminary nods. We have attempted that. It is strange. Most often than not, scrying will result in them stopping it. We see a figure, usually a Shrita, wrapped in heavy cloaks and bandages, that after only a moment notices the scrying eye. And the scrying eye is quickly removed. If you wish to attempt, feel free. But this individual has grown in power since we originally encountered them.
So they have true sight. Interesting.
Mhm.
Even if it's only temporary, a simple glance is more than enough to give me an idea of where they are.
The high luminary nods. That's good enough for me.
Hey, Melchior's about to do GeoGuessr. Questel also. So the thing is, Questel's been able to accurately teleport inside the city. Anything deeper than that, or more like surrounded by crystal, is a bit more difficult, right? Yeah. If they are on the surface, Questel can, at the very least, teleport the party to their general area. If she can see where it is. So Questel will be able to get us there.
Depending on where it is.
Yeah, depending.
Yeah.
Assuming if they're like really deep down, we're gonna have to go manually because Questel, if she teleports, we could end up like freaking. We could be trying to teleport
Inside a mountain.
I mean, what has happened? I imagine what Yubi would do is we'd be trying to teleport, like, say, to frickin' this maw of the sea, and then, like, if they're deep in, said Yubi will end up set us over at frickin' Gale Town.
See, I'm just thinking,
Or
like,
in the middle
because
of the fucking sea itself.
yeah, true.
True.
I'm just thinking, like, one of the things that happens is the mishap of the teleport spell, which just does like a massive amount of damage to all of us.
Yep.
And then you roll again. Imagine mishapping like 4 times in a row just from obscenely bad luck, and then just TPKing the party because of it.
I mean, to be fair, if that happened, the teleport would stop and we'd be on the ship still.
That would put it.
I mean, because if we try to do it, if we do that, I feel like at the very least, Yubi wouldn't send us through and just have us unconscious on the ship and just recovered because someone noticed. I don't think you would be that cruel due to RNG.
I mean, rules is written. It keeps going until it hits something. So.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think he's gonna let it. Again, you also have to think. I don't think he's going to end the campaign because the PBK teleported into the middle of a boss area and thus have no way to fight back.
or in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, I don't think she would do that. I think, especially like with the spell, if Questal has to concentrate, like it would like fissure us, especially on Ziarius, and it
Magical
wouldn't
stop.
send us anything. Yeah. So, and again, that'd have to be atrociously bad luck, and at that point, I would just freaking use the card to make it go off perfectly if I had to. Like
That's-
that would be stupid, and any DM who would let the party completely die just because of that bad of luck with just trying to teleport, would be a horrible DM, and you should never let them DM for you again because obviously they don't like you.
Point right, point left.
Would you do that, Raya?
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but like,
Wince.
I would want to see how far it goes.
I'm just gonna say, like, if just because
I
it's
could
in the
actually use
rules,
that as a good story beat, where you
I mean,
just
if it-
end up getting like fucking tossed through like the most rough fucking teleportation and end up somewhere interesting, like a city relatively nearby, in like an important
That-
NPC's hands.
Yeah, that's the
Not
same thing
necessarily
that I would do.
friendly to you.
Yeah, that's the
yeah,
exact
like
same
as
thing.
long as the story keeps going. I'm just talking about TBK ending the campaign because we're freaking got our shit rocked by bad RNG.
Not
I
dying.
I wouldn't let everyone die. I just, I would play with it. It wouldn't be a TPK, but
Hey, Yumi,
Yeah,
be really careful with what Raya does to River.
yeah.
I don't trust her.
I'm a little
I
concerned.
mean-
you guys do have that wish scroll. Anyway,
True.
All right, so does anyone else have any questions to ask?
I was
I do.
thinking. Oh, go
Go
ahead.
Celeste.
Celeste will sit down the teacup and also lean forward because he's interested. What do you know about the Alpha Wolf?
The High Luminary clacks her mandibles once.
Stop that.
The Alpha of the Ziarian Wolves.
Yes.
Which one?
Well, the one that makes magical amulets, I assume. Assuming
Yeah.
that there's only one.
Ah, yes. Him. He is ancient. Several thousand years old at this point. He has resided somewhere within the deep wilds beyond Terrace Point for most of that time, and has caused problems for individuals even back here in Deephaven. For a wolf, he is surprisingly... what's the term? Strategic. Manipulative. Enough time and he usually gets his way. However, Deephaven has never been something of true interest to him. It is the people with them.
He's a very bad dog.
He is indeed a very bad dog.
God.
Thank you, High Luminary.
The High Luminary does a sagely nod.
Well, we're certainly interested in finding this wolf because apparently it seems Celeste has gotten his hands on an amulet that makes him vulnerable.
Hmm.
Speaking of which, Melchior, how fast do you think you can make a ring of mind shielding? The reverse ring, even if we achieve it right now, won't actually do anything for Celeste here.
That's the thing. I don't hear the Alpha like the.
Yes. Remember what was mentioned. The moment that the Alpha learns, the Alpha can make that connection to you.
And those wolves are probably heading back right now. Satu adds. Kafka nods in agreement.
I'd rather not have to tie you up just because you didn't listen and put off a preventative solution because nothing was happening yet.
I don't actually have the recipe still in my infusions, so it would take me at the very least a couple of days.
Well, that may be something to work on. And I guess we ready to tie up Celeste just in case until the ring's ready.
Nice.
We have the rope ready. Why do you have so
Well,
much
it's a
rope, Nissa?
bunch.
I swear. I swear, if you tie up
Nissa-
Celeste too much, it will start things.
Nissa just takes a very, very long sip of her tea. She actually drinks the entire teacup in one swig. Very, very long swig.
And then she like kind of keeps going even though it's empty, just for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm not going to question or I'm going to. Questel actually see. She's going to hold on to the connection. Yeah, she's going. No, so the thing is, there's ship rope, but then Nissa has personal person. Yeah, Nissa has special person tying rope that Questel didn't really think about, but she's going to, while Nissa's sipping her tea, actually, she still has that connection to Melchior, so she's going to drop the connection to Nissa for a little bit.
No,
Just until those thoughts play her mind. She's not.
This is what you wanted.
However,
The
because
finger curls on the monkey's paw.
No.
did you want Questel to drop the? Yeah, didn't you want Questel to drop
I
the
know. You know
I
what?
mean, she'll give it back later, but once you stop thinking of it.
Fine, go ahead.
So Questel, you know what? That's fine. We'll deal with Celeste later, just in case the worst happens. But regardless, if we know where the Alpha is, then at the very least we can do something about the Alpha, and at the very least do some good for the people if it's been converting people, very unwillingly it seems.
The High Luminary nods. I might have something that will assist you in that. I fear that to hunt these things down, not just the Alpha, but whatever is also causing the issues we spoke of telepathically, you may need to head into the deep wilds or somewhere unstable. So, the High Luminary looks up to to some of the spiders on the roof and clack clack, and you can tell that she's telepathically sending something up to one of the spiders. After a moment, one of the spiders comes back down, and via a length of web, and in its mandibles is a lantern. This lantern is certainly unique. It is made of blackened metal with these swirling patterns etched into it. The main body of it only has 4 round holes, each about big enough to fit an orange. The inside you see this smooth block of crystal. It is purple crystal that looks like it might be from the Shattered. However, it looks dull. Parts of the metal are damaged, twisted. And looking at the bottom, you notice that there is a set of runes that have been cracked and broken away. It's dinged up and probably doesn't work anymore. However, it is placed very gently in, let's see, let me roll 1d5. Into Nissa's lap.
Who's currently AFK.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh well.
It gets put into Melchior's lap then.
This is one of those. What's the name of the lantern that we were told before that we would need by the guy?
Oh god, I forgot what I called it. Does anybody remember?
I have no idea.
Top of my head.
I mean, we could always look back and got it, but we could also just call it like a lantern of balance or some crap like that. It's supposed to like balance out the instabilities you're going through.
Yep.
Right. Or crystalline balance. Or just
Take care, Laura.
take care. I don't know. We can also just ignore the name for now and remember it later.
Yeah.
This is one of those lanterns we were going to need, right? The one that allows us to travel through the unstable areas with minimal risk.
The High Luminary nods. Yes. Such
I'm
things. Welcome back. The party was just handed a strange blackened metal lantern with a purple crystal on the inside. It looks like one of the shattered crystals.
Wait, did they just give us a Ghostfire lantern like immediately?
That's what it's called. Ghostfire. Well, wait, no, that's not what I called it.
I mean, I don't know. Ghostfire sounds like a cool name for it.
Ghostfire is cool, but it doesn't quite make sense for what I had.
Hang on. Ghostfire. Is that? I don't know. That makes me think of what the freaking lantern, like what you could call the lanterns in Outer Freaking Wilds.
However,
But yeah,
this particular lantern is dinged up. It's damaged. One of the sides is bent. The bottom has a set of magical runes. However, half of those magical runes are currently missing. These are rare nowadays. Few make them and fewer still even own them. Of course, here at the Luminescent Tower, we try to keep all sources of light, even the ones that are broken, in the hope that one day they will shine again.
Here at the Luminescent Tower, we keep all the plot important things.
True.
So the party has to come here.
Fucking for real. First, there's a 200-year-old scraps of cloth from a random battle in a city. Now here's a broken lantern.
this is Yubi telling us, "Hey, if I say something's important, go there. I promise that you'll get good things."
Yeah.
And this is to lull us into a sense of security, so that like eventually she's going to reveal another place in the future, either this campaign or the next one, that seems as it's going to help, and then she's going to reveal it's actually been a trap, and we should have never trusted her in the first place.
Okay, I'm doing that now. But
Wait, what? Sorry, I. What did you say?
Basically saying that she's going to keep giving us really good stuff whenever we go to her super special plot important areas that are very obviously important. Until at some point one day she's going to do the same thing. We're going to go there expecting to get good stuff. She's going to try and trick us into going there immediately. The day we go there immediately is the day she's going to reveal it's actually a trap and we're going to be caught completely off guard. Because we dare to trust her.
We are getting Pavlovian response.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You guys know this. Never trust DM.
Yeah. She looks at you.
So the lantern does not light. It is damaged and not working anymore. I have an old friend across the Crystal Sea. Let me refer to the tables. Give me 1 moment. He resides within Fate's Defiance. Known simply as the Smith of Light, he is, well, if you ask around, you'll find him. Please, when you arrive, deliver this note. In fact, actually, no, wait, sorry. She looks over to the attendant. Zeri, could you collect the package? And the attendant scurries off to another side area that's hidden behind a mound of spider eggs. After a moment, coming back with a small wooden box that is placed on the table. It is addressed to the Smith of Light, and it is simply wrapped up. It is simply wrapped up with 2 leather belts to keep it shut. No, not quite, because you need certain materials. The smith is one of the ones that could repair it. In fact, he is one of the individual. He is one of the very few that could still make those. He owes me a favor. Deliver this box to him, and in turn, he should repair the lantern.
Well. Yeah, for certain chat, I basically was like, "Hey, Milker could fix it. Does it count as occult engineering?" And he said her no, and then Milker like said, "Materials should be pretty plot important, and since it's plot important, it should be here already." That's probably what's in the package. The materials to
Yes.
fix it.
She's sending out the material. We just never knew.
The High Luminary
Honestly-
will ask for you to not open it. Because
I
if
mean,
you,
yeah, that's fair.
yeah, if you open it, it kind of does. It will not work for the Smith.
Yeah, also, like, you kind of have to think
Oh no,
about
she's
it.
sending
Like,
him Snake's toys.
so we can't. It's a package. We can't open it. Listen, if we open that, Starlight is going to come back. We are going to find
Yes.
Starlight on the ship, and then we'll have to find a way to get rid of her again.
Yes, probably. Because guess what? You're the courier now, bitch.
Oh no!
Hey, quick question: does Starlight have
Hey, wait.
siblings?
If we're the courier, we have to charge them.
Your
True, we
payment
have
is in
to-
the lantern.
Yeah.
True, yeah, we are getting paid with the lantern. However, like, just imagine, like, Starlight, like, gets a send. Starlight somehow gets the one message from Minoka telling her about what we're doing, and it's like just gets like Anissa just gets a sending from Starlight that's just like, hey, Anoka told me what you're doing. Don't you dare mess this up, or I will come find you.
Promptly yeet the package into the sea.
Oh my God, New Vegas
She
too.
becomes the next fucking BBEG then.
God, she would turn chaotic evil. She would like turn. Well, not turn, but she would indulge in her chaotic evil impulses and become like a tyrant and force us to go after her because we messed up a package run.
She would be the LBAG because she's tiny.
True.
She's like 2 feet tall.
A little big.
There's actual
Little-
birds bigger than Starlight is.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
bad evil girl. But all right, so we'll take that along. Is there anything else someone wants to ask? Because I want to ask like something, but I want to save it to the very end, right before we go.
I also want this to be over so I can, so that we can call it and I can sleep.
Oh, we were gonna do more stuff after. You're gonna have your date.
We can add a session then. It's fine.
I
mean,
would
alright, that's
actually. There is a particular scene during your date that I would like to do in session.
Oh.
We can keep going. It's fine.
If
No.
if
I just-
you really can't continue, then we can call it. That's fine. After all, I did say I wasn't expecting to have a session today.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least,
We are
like,
already 3 hours deep too.
Yeah.
yeah, we're 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
I told you that we could have done it. I freaking told you.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know, to be fair, this is on you for not sleeping. I told you to sleep. Shaking.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But also, gestures at the other things that were just said.
Yeah, I've gotten quite a bit of information.
True, I guess. I didn't want to. I mean, like, Nissa doesn't have to be there. I want to at least do the introduction to Questel's thing with Vikara, if that's possible.
Hmm.
Obviously, I wouldn't do the full thing, but basically, I want to do like day one where she says hi and then get Vikara's reaction to Questel's current state. Wow, this is way too fast.
What
Hi, I've been abusing myself.
What the
Are you proud of me?
Questal? You are going to blow yourself up with draconic energy.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that part, but we'll do that after. So, if no one else has any questions other than that before we go, because Questel will pipe up and will just ask. Also, before we go, one thing I want to ask is, I've noticed a few, I suppose you can imagine, similarities between the two of us with the crystals and telepathy and the practically overflowing radiant magic I can feel.
The High Luminary nods. Did you have a question about that?
I suppose I'm just curious as how. What's the best word? Where does all this come from? Is it something that's just been passed down here on Ziarius? It is very crystal focused. It's just I suppose, I guess I'm just curious about all the similarities.
The High Luminary thinks for a moment. Our order has been around for a very, very long time. Before there were any settlers here, we were here. The High Luminary and her children. However, when you all came, we eventually allowed you to join us, as thus you see the various monks and the like. But when it comes to the magic, truly, I do not know. People have considered such things, and my memory goes back a very, very long ways. To the last, well, the first of our mothers. The High Luminary closes her eyes, thinking. Once upon a time, she was blessed by the light. Now, she doesn't remember who blessed her. It was never truly known. Whoever or whatever did it purposefully altered the First Mother's memory. There is a hole in that. A hole which we do not know what exactly is going on, what exactly happened. But some suggest many things. Some suggest that a god of light that is long since gone blessed the First Mother. Some suggest perhaps it was some sort of primordial elemental. Others further still suggest, and she leans forward a little bit, a crystal dragon. A powerful one. Now, if it was a dragon, that dragon would probably be long dead at this point. The First Mother existed over 150,000 years ago. Our order has been here for many, many eons. We have seen Azarius change. We have seen the wars that the Izanaki have wrought. We have seen civilizations come and go. Little survives from back then.
Well, it's still interesting to note. I suppose, had to know just from what I knew. If not a crystal dragon, then certainly someone who perhaps is familiar with the saying that gives them their radiant energy. Still, I appreciate you indulging my curiosity.
Of course. The High Luminary nods and sips her tea. Any other questions, children?
I think
What you
I'm
just
fine for
said.
now.
Wait, jeez. Second. What you just said reminded me of another question. And it's all right if you don't have the information. But you wouldn't happen to have heard any rumors in those memories of the Izanaki flesh form that might still be around?
The High Luminary looks you over, curiouser and curiouser. I suppose ones of your stature would know of the Izanaki. No.
We more than know about them. We've literally fought them.
I have one of their gauntlets.
I see.
We beat up the last living Izanaki.
Really? Azarius, during that time, was of little import to the Izanagi. However, they did have one element. Somewhere deep, deep down in Xarius, they had a influence. Some conflict went on down below. I believe it was something between the slaves and the Izanagi themselves. I know very little of the details. However, I do know that there was no flesh forge ever here on this planet.
Alright. I was hoping if you had heard a rumor of one outside.
No. The ancient Izanagi were of interest to the 22nd Mother and the 20th, and most of those in the 20th range. However, they never really learned at the location of such a thing.
I was just curious.
Of course. And don't you worry, Celeste. Oh, see, I have something planned for that.
Fair.
We're gonna get hit by flesh forge that had been freaking floating through space, and we're just gonna see it like crash on the moon. And it's just gonna be there. They had tried to make a mobile flesh forge, and then it follows the Izanagi happened, and it's just been floating through the astral sea for a while until we finally run into it.
Yes, Magical? You say you have a question.
Yeah, when the High Luminary asked, "Does anyone have a question?"
True.
So
Now then, is there anything else I can help you with? Oh my goodness.
I cannot think of it.
honestly, seems a boring thing to make a book about. It really sucks. 1 out of 10 would not read.
That crystal projection that your tower did whenever the train was falling, is that replicable on a smaller scale?
Yes. It is Xiarian magic, so it will not work outside of Xiarius due to the weave itself. But it could be replicated at a smaller scale. What were you thinking?
I was thinking about using it as a weapon to put on the front of the ship that we're going to be needing.
That would be interesting, but due to the design, due to how Xiarian magic works, it would stop working as soon as you left our atmosphere.
Well, we only need it for the ship that's going to be
Across the sea.
Please.
Oh, that's ship. I assumed you meant your spelljammer. That might work.
we
We
have
have a
much
big
better
enough
weapons
gun.
than this.
The High Luminary thinks for a moment. It will not be easy to import it onto a ship, especially a smaller one. The crystals that we utilize for it are rather heavy, and it takes some time of meditation and channeling magic into it to allow it to actually activate.
Well, how about this? If it's so heavy, then you simply need to distribute its weight along the ship. So, could you potentially narrow it down into a crystal rod? Extend that along the side of the ship, and we can use it essentially as like a grappling hook.
That could work. If you're simply wishing to use it as something such as a grappling hook or perhaps a harpoon, yes, I could see that working.
Well, the function that we saw of it was a web, so simply extend out, stick to the side of the other ship, and literally pull them together.
Indeed. Where is your ship, then? I can see
We are
about
in the
getting something
process
to that.
of acquiring it, but
Ah,
we still haven't had time to properly talk to the kobold that actually owns the ship, because things have been busy.
I see. Well, once you have that ready, return back to the tower. I'll see to it that something is crafted in the workshop.
Very well.
The Luminary nods. And she finishes her tea. Feel free to keep the rest of the tin of biscuits, the children.
Take them.
Heck yeah, they're good biscuits.
You're one of only like 2 people that can actually eat them.
Yeah.
As you take the tin, Satu reaches in and grabs a handful. Come on,
Bite 'em.
share it.
Bite 'em.
We can split it, it's fine. Anyway,
You never tried to take a bone from a dog. You never learn.
it's not a bone!
Any food from a dog.
Oh, right, I suppose that's fair. Kafka just chuckles, having already actually eaten one, and thus sent it along to Severus. But Satu kind of just starts munching on them. Thank you, High Luminary. You've been the most polite spider I have met. Not much competition in that regard, but still. The High Luminary chuckles. I suppose that is fair. I have heard that spiders beyond Ziarius are less intelligent. Well,
Yeah, it's a bit of an understatement.
Satu steps away, and if all the rest of you are ready, you can go.
All right, let's head out.
So we head out, I suppose, then.
We go. I'm assuming we're heading back to the ship.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Are we?
I mean, yeah, because Questel needs to go get Vest, unless she's gonna teleport.
I mean, that means you have to head back to the ship.
Okay, well, I guess that's fair. However, I don't think Riot can hold on much longer, according to her words.
I
but-
really can't.
Like, there are things we can set up for the out-of-session stuff. Most notably,
Right.
do we want to go with that idea that I had to essentially organize an ambush on ourselves from the cold?
It's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
For example, now that we're going to be heading out onto the Crystal Sea, and we've made that kind of known, we can have them try to ambush us at the dock where they can't potentially run away because they're trapped against the sea.
There's no way they would try to do that. There's no way they would go that far out of their way. They would try to
If-
ambush us in the city somewhere.
Yeah.
If the cult, it doesn't particularly matter where exactly they try to ambush us, as long as we know that they're coming.
But also, that also assumes that they're going to trust any of the jobs at that site once they realize it's been compromised, because the kids are not going to be there, and so they're going to probably assume that something happened and thus be scarce with them.
Aren't we still going to do our seeming stakeout? Or?
I mean, you can definitely do it with Celeste, for sure.
Yeah.
We were going to do it with Satu originally, however, you're going to have to deal with not having the voice match. Just because Satu's going to be going with Questal.
Yeah,
Can seeming change the voice?
I think you can.
I don't see why not.
I don't actually know.
Let's look it up.
Alright, cast Seeming then, so you can take a look at it.
I mean,
Uh,
when you disguise as, say, the opposite sex, I would assume the voice changes.
Wait, hold on. Let's see. A new illusory appearance. The spell disguises physical appearances as well as armor, clothing, weapons, and equipment. It does not change voices.
hmm.
That seems very limited for a 5th level illusion.
I'm gonna
I
say
mean,
it does change voices.
Alright.
Because that seems much more fair, and also, anyways, if you play Baldur's Gate, you would assume that it does that too.
I mean, yeah, but there's that we haven't exactly been taking a lot from Baldur's Gate. So.
This is also true, but it's my first thought when it comes to the disguise
Lower
self.
level spells that can change voices.
I mean,
Like,
to be fair, yeah, it
minor
is level
illusion,
5. Yeah.
play voices.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point, may as well. So definitely add it just before you forget. Just add it to the
Yeah.
description for Seeming Celeste. Because
like,
honestly,
at the
like
ba-
without that, it would be like a second level spell at best.
I mean, it does do way more, like, for physical changes than anything. Like, you could make Nissa look like a wizard, and, like, she would never be
Yeah.
a wizard. So,
Yeah. Wizard.
Yeah, never.
Never happens.
Never
it's-
would happen.
Never.
Any amount of creatures within 30 feet of me.
True.
Uh-huh.
You could go into public and be like, "Hey, check this out!" Snap your fingers and make everyone think they've been turned into kobolds.
no, you wouldn't.
Go into the UNP corner and do that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so cruel. God.
But also hilarious.
I'm gonna keep that in mind. Oh my god.
I'm like, how long does it last? Like what, 8 hours or something?
8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah, so for 8 hours, they think that this is just their life now. And then they
Okay,
just-
well, no. To be fair, part of the spell is that the person who's affected can just drop it at any time. So,
I mean, if they know it's a spell, though.
I don't know. I don't know how that part works.
Does it specify
I feel-
willing?
An unwilling target can make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, that's interesting that it
Okay.
specifies that.
So yeah, you can totally just make someone think. Well, you should use that offensively. Just if we ever fight like a bunch of people, you should throw them off by making. Because I think
Wait.
one thing of the spell is to match with that Yumi. Since it's 5th level, it should also make them see from like a lower view. Like it physically changes them into like the shape to match or something. So basically, you can make them all high-pitched, squeaky kobolds who see everything as taller than them, and then they can intimidate them, saying like, "We can turn you into kobolds. If you want to change back, get out of our way." You could use it for very silly things.
Andrea suggests
We'll end
he's-
up like that fucking Emperor's New Groove scene where they get
Yeah.
turned into animals.
Yeah, exactly.
You
We
a
can do
cow?
that.
I'm a
Can I go
cow.
home?
Andrea suggests do it in a bar where everyone's shit-faced.
Oh my god, perfect. God.
That would be funny.
I have an idea, but I have to look something up
Yeah.
of like how I could actually.
Do it in a bar, yeah. There's that one person who like goes to complain. It's like, listen, I got hit the spell, but unlike everyone else, I've stayed a kobold this whole time. It's like, you've always been a kobold. Like, I have. Shit, I must still be drunk.
I'm wondering if I could like, if I somehow managed to get Quicken spell cast seeming on a bunch of people to like swap our appearances with theirs, but also scatter at the same time. So we
I don't-
swap their
I don't-
positions.
That would be
Yumi wouldn't
2
let
level
you-
spells.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yumi won't let you cast 2 level spells in the same instance because you have to.
No.
You'd have to be able to freaking rap like the spell like Eminem or something.
Yeah.
Now, if you had action surge, it would actually work, as with
Mm.
rules as written. So, get
It
action
would be
surge.
fun,
Get a level in fighter. Get a level or 2 in fighter.
but I want 9th level spells.
I mean, yeah. So you can either cast 2 level spells in the same turn with for every short rest, or 9th level spells. So up to you.
Casting
God.
seeming to make another group to swap the appearances of yourselves with a different random group of people is so mean, but damn, is that effective? If you're getting
Uh-huh.
chased.
I was just, well, no. My idea is like we're in combat or whatever, it's completely surrounded, and what we do is turn a little section of that group into us,
You
and
know
then
what we could
swap
do?
places so they beat up
The
their
pro-
own guys.
The problem is
We
that
can,
also
we can flashbang and then seeming.
True. That would probably work better.
I also wonder, like, why not at that point just make everyone look the exact same? Like literally everyone. It's just
Well,
like
there's
suddenly
still
human.
enemies abound.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think it'd be really funnier to just intimidate. Because, like, for pure comedic factor, just turning a random group of Yuan T Shita to kobolds would be hilarious.
The reason we don't do that is to make us look friendly to them, so we don't potentially get hit.
Right.
Plus, even if they do figure it out, they then have to figure out which of us is Celeste in order to stop the spell.
To be fair, though,
Seeming isn't
like,
concentration.
It's not. It's just direction.
Yeah. The big thing at that point, is just whether or not they recognize that what the spell is. You would probably have them roll knowledge checks or something. And if even one of them realizes what it is, they could just try to like, listen, it's a spell. Just think about not being this, and you'll be fine.
Yep.
So it would probably work for a turn to confuse people.
Which could honestly
It
be
could
all
turn the
we
tide, yeah.
That depends on how intelligent the people we're up against are.
need. That-
Yeah, like, yeah, exactly. Because, like, if no one figures, like, passes the knowledge check, then, like, we're fine.
Otherwise, we end up like that fucking Aladdin scene. He's got a sword! We've all got swords!
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Goodness.
You know what? Would Nissa know if it's seeming or not? A 16.
Maybe.
I mean, I feel like at that point you'd have to pass.
I have to pass the DC,
Yeah, you have to pass my wizard DC.
which is not happening on
Yeah.
any one of you guys.
20.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. No, I got this. Oh,
Yeah,
never
she
mind.
physically can't.
Never mind.
Actually, the first roll
Yeah.
path.
Yeah, the first one would pass. Also, just to be fair though, you can also just be like, "Hey, check this out," and then like you see me make everyone just look like all the people in armor look like they're wearing bikinis.
Oh my god! Don't do that to us.
And they're all
Don't
then
make-
they're all flat-footed because they think they're not wearing armor, and so they're really distracted.
Yeah.
God, I can't imagine. Imagine using seeming to make your entire party look like they're wearing sexy bikini armor. I just had the
Intimidation factor.
mental flashbang of literally all of us, fucking Nissa, Questal in fucking bikini armors, like
What about Celeste?
Melchior and
What's-
Celeste.
Melchior.
Celeste,
Yeah.
Melchior.
Celeste
would
and
they look?
Melchior.
I mean, Sachi would rock it.
Oh yeah.
Same with Celeste.
Oh, I think all of us would act up.
Oh
We've
god,
got a very gay party. Let's be honest here.
oh god, is it
That's
real?
Celeste's street.
Alright, is it really true that fucking Nissa would be the only one who's like actually like really disturbed by that?
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't actually know how Questal would act in that situation. She'd be very confused. However, again, Questal doesn't wear pants. She's never worn pants, so she doesn't super see the problem with it.
What
You
the
just
fuck
think-
is a
What
pant?
would the bikini bottom even be attached to?
It'd just
I
be like
imagine it would
belt.
just be like a stash, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
I'd make it a sash,
It's just like a towel wrapped around your waist.
yeah,
Yeah.
true.
basically.
Anyway, sleepy, please.
Yeah,
Sleepy.
we can
Hmm.
call it here.
Oh, but what about the start of Questal's thing? We can do that.
We could do the whole thing next session.
Can't believe this. Fine, go sleep, Raya.
You
Cross
do need
the
more
line.
time to get that
Yeah.
new art piece, don't you?
Not to mention, I do need to figure out how I'm going to balance everything, which could alter how it works.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Though I do think that the thing I sent you with the sifting the sword in mind actually makes it pretty balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Because for reference, I basically looked at because you was like, okay, so you're a young Crystal Dragon. So I actually looked at the young Crystal Dragon sheet, and it's actually weaker than the party is currently.
Well,
Like Questal would
we're a
gain,
very high level party.
yeah,
Yeah.
Questal would gain in strength, which doesn't actually help her because she uses her charisma for attacks now anyway. So strength would do nothing but help with saves and checks. Constitution would be increased to like 18 or 19. Can't remember what the exact one is. However, to counterbalance that, I was thinking that we could make a dexterity -4 to show the fact that Questel is unused to her new body because she pushed it really quickly, and so she's kind of unbalanced. So instead of having 14 dex as she has now, I think it's 14.
You would have 10.
Yeah, it's currently 14. She would have 10. So 10 dex. So basically, in terms of useful stats, she'd gain, like, her con was already 14. She'd gain +5 con, but -4 dex, and then she'd have +7 strength, but also, again, that strength is kind of useless for Questal because the only thing she can use it for are skill checks and saves. And then the strongest thing about it would be multi-attack, which I talked to Yumi, and, the only time she'd multi-attack is if she's literally basically like in this torture situation like Celeste where she had no other options. And obviously she'd have, according to this, full dragon and then, back to normal Questal form. In full dragon form, like, she'd have a +5 natural armor bonus, all the speed bonuses.
I'm gonna go.
Dragon...
Good
All
night.
right, take care. Yeah,
take care.
Good night, Ryan.
Because Bo's doing the Bo thing.
Yeah,
where she
she
just
is.
talks for another 30 minutes after saying
Okay,
we
fine.
go.
Okay, fine.
Good
I'll
night.
go then. Bye.
Yeah, have a good night, nerds. All right, I'm gonna call the stream here as well. Have a good night, Ryan.
All right, that's good. Yeah, good night.
And
Uh,
for the rest of you nerds, we will be calling it here. It was a relatively short session, although it kind of balances out considering the last session was 6.5 hours, I believe. So
Yeah.
you all take
Yumi.
care. Oh yeah,
What do you think of my idea to change to the plane?
it could work.
I'll just post.
Yeah, and I'll think about it. But yeah, to all you all who are watching, thank you all for coming. I guess we'll see each other next Saturday. And yeah, for those that watch Bo's stream tonight, probably. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night.
Blah blah blah.
I'll-
Or good
I guess
afternoon.
I guess I'll go make some food.
Take care, nerds. Bye.